I will join Menace Vindicte, take others with me, and leave. I will renounce the scripture and seek the phenomenal world.
Make your move.
37. If you really are the genius who can overcome anything, prove it to me. Stop me. Transcend me. Defeat me.
You are the ocean's great wave. You are the ocean's great wave.
What is up, guys? It's Cheko here, and today we're back with some Reverse 1999. I literally thought I was almost done until a rude awakening hit me, and I'm not almost done, okay? So we still have a ways to go, okay? We're at, I think, part 21, and we need to be at 30, like the last part is 30, so marathon. I'm gonna try and finish it in this episode. It's about time we move on, so let's get to the end of this.
The fastest way
Out
to
of the
learn
way,
is
Lucy.
through rotation.
Okay, guys. As you can see, we have Arcana. Let's just get into it. No time to waste. No time to waste. Let's just... It's nighttime, so I have to be a little quiet, but... We're back at the Foundation.
We've got signal. Xeno has restored communications with Team Timekeeper.
Nice.
Very well. We will leave you to it.
She sighs with relief. But before she hangs up, she has one more question.
Just to confirm before we go, the operation Xeno is currently undertaking has been approved by the PAC Security Council, right?
Oh. I have no idea what that is. PAX? Like PAX West, PAX East? The internal call falls silent, as if the question is too absurd to answer.
Certainly, miss.
They said, not the time, ma'am. Not the plate. I'm kidding.
We're soldiers. Soldiers act on orders.
Alright. Wait, who's this? Realize, question mark, question mark, question mark. This is the only part of the island untouched by war, where the foliage is thriving and the view is stunning.
I am most pleased to see you. Had you a pleasant stay on this island, Ms. Verton?
I didn't think we were gonna meet up with the Arcana, so news to me. She turns around, a smile gracing her face, the daughter she wanted.
Are they not an intriguing flock of people?
Arcana, do you ever hold yourself accountable for anything? Like...
Their wise ones drew a circle at their feet and declared themselves apart from this realm.
True. It was, you know, it did seem delulu at first, I'm not gonna lie.
For generations untold, they toiled as diligent ants in service of the circle, adoring and venerating it while shielding themselves from insanity's call. I take immense pleasure in admiring this wondrous figure, the primordial, eternal, immaculate circle.
I hated that she said it like that.
The more
Disgusting.
pity that it was etched upon sand.
Below, the bombed out beach is in a state of disarray.
I disagree. The fragility and impermanence of sand is precisely why people strive for something eternal. Believing in perfection is not a flaw.
Dang.
I noticed the human aircrafts were loaded with weapons, not from this era.
Oh, that was your doing.
Did Manus Vindicte provide them with the technology?
I mean, that's the only other explanation. Xeno didn't do it. I kind of smiles, the silence confirming the disturbing revelation.
I can't fathom your motives.
Like, if you can fathom her motives, I think there's something wrong with you. Not gonna lie. There's probably something up.
If you came here to incite hatred and recruit the pure-blood arcanists on this island,
you may now walk away with satisfaction. If you wanted to take the island as one of your bases, you could have done so after the cleansing ceremony failed. But you did nothing. You just stood there. Why?
Without rhyme or reason, she laughs.
Do you struggle to comprehend, sweet Burton? I was waiting for you.
Gives me chills, but okay. Keep going. She's like, me? You still trying it, Arcana? I already told you I don't want to join. I already told you. You already know. That's why you got Sophia. Oh, so Netta and Lilia take a step forward. They said, she's ours. Back the frick up. Don't even think about it, Arcana.
Enough talk, Vertin. It's time for
I didn't even know they were
action.
here. They said, we've heard enough. Time to kick her loco butt.
Mind your distance. Arcana has power over people's minds at a close range.
I love Lilia and Sonetta. They're just like, back up, Arcana. They said, don't get too comfortable. That's what they said.
A pity.
She raises her arm, the stone bangle still intact on her wrist. The next moment, it slides off and falls to the grass, dissolving onto thin air. That is not fair. That is into thin air, but that is not fair.
I did wish to keep this bangle. Mine and yours. A pair in perfect match.
Ew. Ew.
How will you remove yours, Vertin?
The same way you did yours, duh. Yikes. Vertin? The bangle burns, a reminder of those who still believe the teachings and truth of Aperon and those who remained until the end of this cleansing ceremony. The symbol of fate remains true to its purpose. Dang it! So she can attack us right now, but we can't do nothing about it. The peace agreement is still in effect. 6. Can you, like, undo it? The frick?
What? The island's been blasted to smithereens. How come the bangle still has its power?
That's a good question.
What is it made of?
What is it? It's made of faith. Pure faith.
Don't worry, Regulus. We have foreseen this.
As long as we believe it works, it'll work. The chief assistant shows no sign of worry.
When we first
So Neto's the
arrived,
chief
I
assistant?
was bewildered by the rules on this island. But as I learned more about their scriptures, things began to make sense. Language is an unreliable means of communication. Information can become muddled and vague wording can lead to mistakes and contradictions. That's why the island values math as a more precise and truthful language. They mock language for its ambiguity, scorn its flaws, and ruthlessly expose its inconsistencies, like they did during that debate. The pact on this bangle is of a similar nature.
Ah, so we can outsmart the bracelet.
I see. It forbids us from actively attacking, but what is considered an attack?
I get it. What if I attack her with our words?
The rule maker did not specify that.
An act without the intent to attack will not be seen as an attack.
That sounds easier said than done, Soneto.
That is the unspoken rule of the peace agreement.
An adorable attempt.
You're a hater.
Are you truly prepared to gamble the life of thy sworn companion, little pup
You're
of
a
the
hater.
Foundation?
Oh, to call her a pup is crazy. You're like... What would we call her, Kana? I don't know. You're lucky I don't have a comeback behind her. An unidentifiable form... Oh, Soneto shakes her head. Her wand remains steady. Got it, Soneto.
I will not make the same mistake again, Miss Arcana. I know perfectly well what I'm doing. Your provocations will not work on me.
She said, I studied up.
For the peace of
Ready
this
up,
world,
Lilia.
I will stop you.
We, Soneto, we're duo. The wand radiates an intense brilliance.
Sereno intenso and infinito.
Ooh.
Now, Vertin.
Excuse me? What is this? We just got kicked out of the story. And she's still talking to us outside of the... Okay. Don't you think you've stepped your boundaries, ma'am? Breaking the fourth wall here.
Show me how you have changed since last we met.
Wait, so what's happening?
The battlefield. It transformed.
She kicked us out of the story. Prepare for... Oh.
Arcana is dangerous. We may not be able to defeat her.
Oh, so... We're... Now? We're... Okay. I'm waiting for this. Just so you know... First off, everything's all messed up. Look, it said Apple. And it probably says someone else's name back
But right
there.
now, that's not our goal.
So what is our goal? So are we going to kill Arcana? Is this it? It's your time to... Oh.
Relax!
Soneto.
I've got the whole battle plan all up here in my head.
Okay. That does not instill confidence in me regularly. Okay. I didn't know I'd be jumping right into a boss fight. Okay.
I shall relegate captain duties to you for today, Vertin.
Nice. Look, there should be some light here. Please lead me, timekeeper. Oh, I am ready. Oh, is this our lines? Is it a force deployment, or can
You have made new friends, aye. Have they changed you?
Is this new game mode?
Perhaps it's time you met my old friends.
I don't...
Come, they await thy greetings.
I don't want to... No, I'm good.
Timekeeper.
Ah.
Arcana has disappeared, and monsters are pouring out of the portal she created.
Huh? She's running away! Oh, that was quite the grand escape.
No, I can sense her. She's still there.
Sorry, I still have phlegm.
Looking down at us through that portal.
But I mute when I cough, so you're welcome, guys.
She's
Wait, there's
waiting for
37.
something.
She's here? Oh, is she waiting for us?
Everyone, it's almost
Is that
time.
her down there?
Xeno will start any minute. We need to complete our preparations as planned and force Arcana to show up.
Force her?
Easy. If we finish off all her minions, there's no way she'll just stand by and watch.
Will she? Are we really trying to outsmart Arcana here? She's older than all of us.
The big guy up there is mine. You deal with the rest.
Alright, Lilia? Wait, so is this a 1v1?
Trying to gain air supremacy? Not under my watch.
Complete the battle here to unlock the following support.
I'll send that outdated hunk of scrap
I haven't
metal crashing
seen
to the bottom of
Lilia's
the
Insight
ocean.
level 2 in forever. It's been forever since I've seen it because I've had the skin on her for so long. Alright. Is this a 1v1? Okay, I was scared. I want to bring Lilia for the vibes, but I feel like this is a good team. So I don't need to specifically bring Windsong. Also, I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye. Okay, let's start.
Look at my back.
Ma'am, I have an eyelash. What the frick is that? Exactly. Oh, never mind. She got it anyway. Okay, these guys are actually kind of powerful, so I'm gonna try and get rid of them.
Sterilize.
Loading.
Well, I shouldn't use
Wear gloves.
The
individual,
final demonstration.
Sterilize.
but for now, I guess I'll use it.
It could be found. Welcome to the world of numbers.
Okay. Gotta stay focused. Jessica would be telling me to stay focused right now.
I'm losing my patience.
I aimed at the little guys, right? Okay, nice. Okay, they're both gone. Nice. 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 Okay. Thank you. This should be
Target
it for
confirmed.
Mr. Beluga.
Airspace cleared. Preparing now.
Beginning deployment? Oh,
Victory? Okay.
I know
But
that's
what does
right.
it mean to us?
We just got.
I mean, what does it prove?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just like the battle
Soneto time.
simulations.
Oh, this Soneto. We've done this before.
I will not allow the tragedy in Chicago to happen again. Timekeeper, it's time I showed you what my training's been for.
Soneto, that's right. This is so sick. I love this. Okay. Okay.
So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
Soneto's gonna be our support girly.
Form is above all.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. I can combine if I'm just gonna use this stack of cards so I can combine that. No, I'm gonna wait for a potential ult that may or may not happen.
Barrage.
Okay, I didn't realize Lucy was stronger, but Lucy is also weaker.
Eliminate target.
Okay. Well, whatever, Arcana.
Depict the world
What
I
does
have never
Soneto's ult do again? I'm sure it does something
the world I have never seen before.
really helpful.
I believe in you.
Loading.
Like, we'll definitely kill it, right?
Charging.
Like, I don't think I need to heal.
Each moment, now night.
Oh, Soneto almost got the final lick. Oh, she did. And that's how it's done.
Timekeeper, I've defeated the enemy.
Yes,
Beginning
you did.
preparations now.
She did. She, like, literally did, though.
I will pray for you. Sorry.
Support Soneto unlocked. What? Sorry. Okay, who's this? Verton?
Be careful, Captain. It appears that some Abraxas are being affected by the storm. They're attacking indiscriminately.
All right, then don't draw their attention. Let them attack the Manus. Hey, we were so quiet. Why are they coming for us?
Hey, they got beef with you. They have a score to settle.
It seems that the storm cannot entirely change their instinct.
Yeah, you're an irrational number, so... Sophia's the exception for everything.
A good point.
Dang, 37 is not here today.
A new hypothesis.
Some variation, dang.
No other study could show you this.
When someone saw the spotlight.
Confirm the coordinates.
Then again, I am trying to get an ult.
Aim and shoot.
Nice. Even better. So I ain't worried about Soneto. Like, I'm so confused. What is she there for?
A good point.
What does...
A new hypothesis.
What does that mean? Excusez-moi.
Charging.
A good point.
Loading.
It could be found.
Don't
the
ask.
light that illuminates all.
Okay. Nice.
I, Robot, Child of Science.
I'm waiting for Winsong precast cards. Ooh. Never mind. I'm not waiting for nothing. I'm not waiting.
Finally got rid of them. Now, how am I going to deal with this?
So is this like the boss fight of like the century? Is that why we're getting all these supports?
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Thanks, Regulus. Stage 1?
Timekeeper, the first preparation stage is complete.
What do they mean first?
Great. Next, we destroy the portal.
Marvelous, Burton. You have put on a magnificent performance. As a gesture of gratitude, I shall bestow unto you these gifts.
Is it debuffs for you?
She just showed up of her own volition.
I'm telling you, we cannot read Arcana unless we can match her freak, which I refuse.
No, something's not right.
Send more pain
The
my
arcane
way.
skill in that portal is fluctuating strangely.
She's casting a ritual. Vertin, retreat!
Retreat.
No time to think.
Just move. Oh, we're just... Okay. This does not look like retreating, but... Who is that? Oh, T level 50. Get out. Oh. Excuse me?
What is this? It has more hands than all the members of a band combined.
Good one.
Timekeeper, there's a gigantic creature emerging from the portal.
What
we
is
must
that?
complete stage 2 as soon as possible.
Yeah, that,
We better finish it off before we start stage 3.
feels inappropriate to look at it. So why is it
Copy that.
naked?
This is a critical moment. Everyone stay alert and await my command.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Keep the
ma'am.
sample.
I'm on it.
Timekeeper, please allow me to assist you.
Sorry, Soneto. Give me 1 second. I don't even know what Soneto does, which is like... Okay. The Guiding One's Harbinger takes reduced damage from attacks of a non-stronger affiliate. Isn't that like a duh thing? But like, is it even less damage now? And changes its affiliate to the same as the source. Same as the source of the damage. Plan your attack sequence wisely. The Guiding One Harbinger gains Menace at the end of each round when taking attacks from non-stronger affiliates or when its HP is lost during an attack. One reaching 100% Menace can immediately unleash its ultimate... Ooh. Wait, so how do I keep track of it? So... gains at the end of a round when taking attacks from non-stronger or when its HP is lost. Huh? Okay, Soneto, there's nothing to be happy about. I'm scared now. This thing is weaker than me. Actually, I'm not scared anymore. Like, we are not playing the same game right now, Arcana. Okay, so Lucy's gonna eat. Oh, how do I keep track of the menace, though? I think plan...
A new hypothesis.
This thing gotta go. It gotta go. I just want it gone.
It could be found.
Would it be crazy if I use this off rip? Nah. I'll gain more later.
Given that.
Ooh, you know what's better than that?
A good point.
Get out of here.
I feel like that's a good base. It could gain its
This
stacks all at
creature
once.
changing its afflatus to match that of its attacker.
Yeah. Wait, I got strat.
Ha!
I even
a
think...
mimic strategy. Clever. But we can also use it to our advantage.
Yes. I wasn't thinking. I kind of want to restart now.
Everyone, rotate your arcane skills. Make sure we always have the stronger afflatus. Let's teach it a lesson in improvisation.
Lilia, one thing happening here. I don't have all of them here. Hold up. I'm coming back, guys. Don't worry.
Time to check my calculation.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Since Medicine Pocket and... actually, it's smart, because since Medicine Pocket and 37 are on opposite sides of each other, the weakness won't affect them at all. The only people who I'm worried about is Isolde and Lucy, but since, yeah, Medicine Pocket and 37 are fine, since they're on opposite ends. But I'm gonna use Isolde and Lucy to take advantage of the change. So right now it's 37. Not really worried about damage. Okay, I need to switch it. I don't want that bar to get filled too much.
Charging.
I'm literally just gonna use Lucy.
Charging.
But if 37 ever, like, then it's like, okay.
Eliminate target.
Oh, but it switches. Oh, I have
the
to.
light that illuminates all.
You know what I could do? I could switch back and forth. Uh-oh, we're at 71. Okay, I'm figuring it out. Okay, I can flip-flop. Okay, this is good. This is good.
Just here.
We're experimenting here.
Loading.
I can hear it.
If I flip-flop. Oh, it didn't change. Uh-oh. Okay.
Barrage.
Alright. Did it reach it anyway? Okay, at least it was. Never mind. Uh-oh.
Timekeeper, the enemy's ritual has altered the environment. Please be careful.
What happened to my strategy? It's because they're weak and strong to each. It's because they're weak and strong to each other. So it doesn't work for this type specifically, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We can power up Lucy with those minions. Oh, never mind. Okay, I need medicine pocket old ace. How is she already at 49%?
It is here.
You gotta go.
Dumbass.
Whatever.
Robot, child of science.
Uh-oh, Lucy might... Yep. Uh-oh.
Target confirmed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, not bad. Okay, ma'am. I don't care. There. Oh!
Point toes.
No. 37! Lucy! Okay. Oh! Sorry.
Take cover. I'll send it back into outer space.
Sorry. Hey. Forgot about you. What does Regulus do?
Roll, everyone. It's are you
Oh, sorry.
ready to shake?
But I'm ready to shake.
Woohoo! Release!
How is it still alive? I'm sure Soneto's doing something.
Loading. Charging.
Freaking dumbass.
Oh. Oh, they're invisible. Is that why she can't go? No, she's confused. Wait, so who made us invisible? Is that Regulus?
The creature is defeated and Arcana has emerged once again. Timekeeper, stage 2 is complete.
Cool. Now, we just have to activate it.
Okay, so Regulus makes us invisible, so I shouldn't use them at the same time.
No. Things are going too well. Like this has been rehearsed.
Things are... Verton, look at my health. And then repeat that again.
What on earth is she trying to do?
We're gonna figure it out.
There's no time, Verton.
Lilia.
You're right. We've put too much time and effort into this plan to not carry it out now. Soneto, Lilia, Regulus, assume your positions.
Alright.
It's time to enact the final stage.
Can it have like a cool name like Girl Boss Squad Attack? It's a terrible name.
The curtain has...
Suck it, Arcana. The ship sways gently in the waves. It is set for a new world, and there's no turning back. Ugh. Back to depression. She hasn't spoken a word since they sailed. The situation is final, and the board is set. There's nothing for her to do but to stay silent.
Miss Sophia, is the guiding one really not coming with us? She...
Oh, are you talking about Arcana? No, she's not. She doesn't answer, absent-mindedly caressing the tiny idol. She still remembers the moment she received it. Wait, oh, you think...
Are you saying?
Sophia becomes the new leader of Van Dicte, and then it's not gonna be Forget-Me-Not, and then he's gonna quit. Because it's not fair. Because didn't we just, like... Did we kill Arcana? Did we not? We didn't, did we? How much you want to bet she's coming back?
Fret not, my child.
Shut up.
You heard me true.
No one likes you.
I shall die today.
Did I just foreshadow or what? Or did we already do it?
Timekeeper, location Alpha is ready for the ritual.
I hate it when this is part of the enemy's plan because I'm like, what the frick? Oh man, they're like 20,000 steps ahead of us because we're gonna be like, oh, we beat Arcana, and then
Location beta ready.
I hate
Mr.
this.
Apple and I are ready.
Good.
This is not preparation for an attack. At least not an attack here.
Requesting to use the advanced arcane skill Afaroy Around. Number 000262603100008. To teleport a top priority threat to the Parmenides base.
Oh. The glowing of the ritual envelops Arcana.
Oh?
Oh?
Loosen up and enjoy the ride.
Okay.
Прощай.
I'm sorry. Lilia is such a girl boss. I cannot understand. Any Lilia haters don't exist.
Launch sequence
To me?
initiated.
Oh.
Starting countdown. 30.
Is
29,
Zeno?
28.
The target has not reached the designated location. I repeat, the target has...
15. 14. 13.
Large-scale arcane ritual detected. Afaroy around, verified. Life signal detected. Target is in position. Initiating detonation.
6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
They just nuked Arcana.
Vacuum bomb detonated.
Vacuum bomb.
No arcane energy detected. No life signal detected. Target eliminated. I repeat, the target has been eliminated.
We did it. We actually did it.
Oh.
Admiral, Hans, we made up for what we didn't do in 99.
This is all part of her plan.
Did we win?
Question
It's
mark?
too early to celebrate.
For sure.
But history will remember this moment
That was so
and honor all
anticlimactic.
that was lost in this long
Well, it's kind of
battle.
because I already know she knew. She
Wait,
like
Hans. You hear that? In your headphones?
Yeah, that's what y'all get for celebrating too early. A grading static. That's what y'all get for celebrating too early.
We might have a life signal, but there's too much interference.
Give me that.
I just want things to not go according to Arcana's plan for once in my life. The plan was made with little time to spare, and the location chosen for the observation room is far ideal, but soon enough, the strange sound is in the room subsides. I saved that.
No, it's nothing. There is no sign of life. It was the wind.
Bluepoch, whatever the frick. Y'all are sick for this.
So, that means...
Y'all are sick for this. We did it, everyone.
A triumphant victory! A salute to you, Admiral, and to the Timekeeper.
Our efforts for peace have prevailed, and we have emerged victorious. Let us forever remember this
Bluepoch
day
has
for its
made
greatness.
me have so little trust in them that I can't even feel good about this. Like I don't trust them at all.
Yeah!
I do not trust y'all at Bluepoch. I'm gonna call y'all Bluepoch. The observation room erupts in triumph. I don't trust y'all. I have this game giving me trust issues with the company. I have trust issues thanks to this game. I have trust issue. Arcana deceased. Or so we thought. Right? Because I don't trust y'all. I do not trust this game. Nah, talk to me. Talk to me.
A bullet is among us, right under this roof. It serves no army, no country, only peace. The heavy rain at the end of the century dissolved and washed away many of its comrades, but it was lucky enough to survive. Its pointy end still shines silver, ready to drill a hole into its enemy. Sadly, its bulky colleague stole its thunder in this war. One push of the button, one big explosion. There was no need for the rest of the ammunition.
This game, I don't trust it.
It seems someone has become more budget conscious after working with the mathematicians. Saving 10 bullets is better than saving 1. Saving 100 bullets is better than saving 10. It's simple math. But its boss,
like she knew,
has more to think about.
Like the worst bad guys in like
next time?
Games and movies are the ones who plan this
when the rain comes again,
as part of their little plot, so we all have this false sense of security.
A big shot, dear. A wise man of the most insightful kind.
Someone has, where the bad guys
you should talk to him if you have the chance.
We killed them, and then something worse happens because they gave us this false sense of security. Like do you guys know one? I know there's like some.
But he's been in a gloomy mood lately. Be careful not to mention anything related to the conservative battle tactics used in 1999.
I look so tired.
The missile that would have been launched, and especially anything about the bullets
I watch
lost
myself,
in that
but
battle.
I'm like, my eyes are always in resting position. Like these are my eyes normally, but my eyes are always like this. So I look tired. Is that like a bad habit?
He has paid a great price for the future.
Like my eyes are
but you
usually
see,
like
the future is sneaky.
Like wider like this, but like when I record my eyes are
Every time you think you can grasp it, it takes a step away from you.
And I'm like,
nullifying
now I see why
every
people ask
effort
me
you've
if I'm
made to
tired,
get near it.
or at least used to.
Even a bullet isn't fast enough to catch up.
Because my eyes are, it's in resting position when I record. I don't know why.
Pursuing the future.
Like usually my
How
eyes are like
romantic,
wider.
dear.
Not like this.
As long as we continue to close the
this
gap
is not
between
my
us
regular,
and the
this is like
future,
resting
it will
position.
eventually be reduced to zero.
Like it's like, yeah.
But know that as time
I was
goes
not
by,
listening to her.
we are only moving slower and slower in the race. Technology is regressing, and we have switched from AKs to Mosin Nagants. The bullets won't be as fast as they used to be. The future is drifting away from us, and the past is catching up.
Ooh, okay. Damn, we still got so much to go through. Okay. Keep it put. Okay, that's 210. And that's 6, so let's see. The one to pray. Oh, here on the lowest end between sand, I shall build a right against tell me the Vereinsamt. Oh, I don't know.
Drink this. It will help relieve your
I had a
pain.
feeling they weren't going to give me enough time to read that, so I'm like,
Worry
never
not.
mind. I was distracted.
It's not made from the grapes on my head.
We all know those probably taste like conditioner. Oh, snap. The war may have ended, but the scars remain in this place. The Hall of Truth. Once the Palace of Knowledge, now stands in ruins. 210 examines the injured man's face closely, making sure his pain is erased. Then he stands and watches as more people are brought through the gate. So there's people who just didn't join Manus but still survived.
Hang in there, 29.
Oh. 888 makes their way to the hall, carrying an incapacitated believer on her back, she carefully lowers the person to the floor. Her own arms are wounded from the attack, but fortunately, they're not fatal. Since the integers awakened, this has been the only thing they've been doing.
Are there any other injured that have not been found yet?
I've scouted the island. Every remaining member should be here.
Dang. So where do we go from here?
So you have.
He sighs. The ramifications of the situation weigh down on them.
It means the members not here have joined Manus Vindicte.
How do you remember them all? Yep. The hall is dead silent. Just a few ago, it was alive with debates, ideas, and passion. But now, one half of the hall is gone. Its seats buried under the shattered dome of the crumbling walls.
Is Six still in a coma, Miss Marta?
The blind woman nods, concern etched on her face. The banshee doesn't say anything else. She needs to clean out her own wounds. The last few hours have been a whirlwind. Their fate has crumbled. The humans have invaded their island, and Manus Vindicte has turned them against each other. But now, everything's gone. Enemies, friends, and even the truth. All that's left are the moans and groans that fill the hall. In the midst of the hushed void, some begin to pray.
To you, O the alone infinite, the non-subsistent, the ineffable, I call. Grant me inspiration of nature. Guide my soul with truth.
These are the words of both sorrow and hope. Words of contemplation and honor of the dead. A brief respite where they can find solace to ease their pain.
Give me power of enlightenment. Tear off from the web of ignorance.
Real. More people join in. Their prayers reverberate through the hall.
Redeem me from the evil, hatred, and what throttles me down. Break through the ground of bad, corruption's chain, the carapace of darkness, the living death, sensation's corpse, the tomb I carry.
Dang.
Learn the beauty of truth, the balance and limitations of all.
Oh! It's 29, the injured believer just carried in by 888. A leg is missing, but he manages to get up and sit down against the wall.
Why are you still praying? The truth is gone! Who are we praying to? Who will answer us?
His outburst falters, turning into a bitter sob.
For generations, we have searched for purpose and meaning. But now that the truth is lost, what is left for us to live for?
No, the truth is still there.
37. Which I thought she was, like, fighting with us, but she's here now. A crisp voice echoes through the hall. 37 arrives, panting at the door, accompanied by the member of Team Timekeeper. Oh, so... Was 37? She wasn't there. She didn't help us.
I passed a Perron's test and it showed me the answer. It will free us from the Wheel of Birth once and for all. I just need some time to decode it.
She feels their stares weigh heavily on her. The wounded, the desperate, those who have lost faith, and their souls in the last few hours. The custodian walks up to her, still composed and steady.
We will do our best to help.
Slay.
But how much time do you need?
A month or a week. Duh. A crucial question. The girl averts her eyes. Let's hear the answer that she will give. Or the answer that she should have given to Sophia. Her confidence has waned since the last time she'd answered this question. For sure. So now it's like a year, isn't it?
I have someone in mind that can help us decode faster.
Elsewhere in this world, some people are also making efforts at all cost. They too are studying the immunity to the storm.
But I need your approval before I ask them for help.
Oh. Are we talking about like Medicine Pocket X Laplace? This will require some finesse. Time to finesse. What's about to be asked? What about to be asked might rattle the founding principles of their belief system. Are you about to ask what I think you're about to ask? I mean, if Manus got Sophia, we got 37. Which, honestly, if 37 joins the Foundation, think about it. It's like how Isolde and Kakanya. Okay. So I know Kakanya joins the Foundation, right? Because it was in the RPG. So the way Isolde was part of Manus, and then Kakanya joins the Foundation, it's like Sophia joins Manus, and then 37 joins the Foundation. Like the parallels? Parallels?
May I share the truth with the others, 37?
Oh, never mind. Don't get my hopes up like that. The other... Oh. When she says the others, does she mean the Foundation people? I'm making so many weird faces. Because I have to be quiet. 9 hours. The experiments on the side effects of the ritual are ongoing. The list of conditions they've encountered stretches down the pages like a long winding snake.
The side effects are completely random. Among the current samples, the probability of no side effects occurring is 0.52%.
Dang. I mean, if anyone should know numbers, it's give it to Teeter.
And of the 81 recorded side effects, 39 of them will cause irreversible damage to the biological body. 24 will permanently alter the composition of the caster's body functioning. And 18 minor effects will cause only minor, superficial injuries that do not affect daily functioning.
Okay, that's not bad.
Laplace's archives has enough rituals to protect casters from the minor effects, but the other 2 categories are highly lethal.
Yeah. The list was made at the cost of lives, and she meticulously analyzes each item as if taking part in an intricate machine.
After 72 experiments, the diversity of side effects has decreased significantly. It is unclear if this is due to repeated testing on a single subject or due to a limited range of possible side effects. More than 90% of these effects are related to concepts such as dirt and dust. Is it because of the origins of this ritual's power?
She stops briefly, scanning through the list again.
The number of recorded side effects is 86, not 81. When did I write these 5 down?
A knock at the door interrupts her thoughts. Simone walks in.
Madam Lucy, Zeno's plan was a success.
So in the last episode, I called her Simon by accident. And then I said Simone, not Simon, correcting myself. And then I read it again as Simon again. That's a little... I saw that when I was editing, and I was like, girl, it was either the last episode or the episode before that, but I think it was the episode before that, but I was like, girl, you corrected yourself and then made the same mistake right after.
With the help of Team Timekeeper, the leader of Manus Vindictae was teleported to a deserted military base and targeted with a thermobaric weapon. It was a direct hit with no signs of life detected. The momentous event was captured on camera in the observation room.
It would be insane if y'all just watched that back. The director nods in approval. It's good news, but she can't devote much of her processing power to expressing joy while she focuses on research.
A tremendous victory. Please extend my congratulations to the Admiral for this remarkable feat.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Arigato.
Also, you have 2 call requests. One is from the Timekeeper, which Laplace received shortly after the battle with Manus Vindictae. She is requesting remote assistance to help the Apiron decode a numerical code related to the storm immunity.
Hey, I mean, that's what we're doing. The information demands attention. The director's head snapped. She's like... she went...
Put her through immediately.
She said, "How long have you had her on hold? Put her through." Simone nods, but her shoulders remain tense. There's more.
And the other call?
It's Kikanya, the Viennese arcanist who helped investigate Marcus in acquiring the ritual.
I mean, both sounds important, but like, right now I think we're gonna pick a Vern's call. A hint of hesitation appears in her eyes.
We have updated her the progress of the study and the potential side effects of the incantation. But she insists on knowing the right pronunciation.
Oh. Interesting. So we're finally gonna get back to Kikanya, bro. I've been promised Kikanya for a while. I got a little taste. X. Look, a message from X. Alright everyone, this is X, here to instruct you all on how to set up the usable radio communication network under the influence of the storm. Firstly, radio transmission is like a Goldberg machine, a convoluted process. Even though it's point to point, it's not just a straight line. The medium of the transmission can also change along the way, and it's not limited to radio waves. With a little imagination and well-calculated paths, information can be transmitted from any point to any other point. A multiple complex paths can prevent information from being hijacked during transmissions due to the storm. The theory involved can be found in my earlier paper, How to Send Oceanic Mail with Pigeons and Catapults. Call me when someone gets it right. Wait, I'm on my way to being busy. Dang. Okay, I'm going right in. We got Regulus, and I don't remember who the other person was. Oh.
No, we are not aware of that. 37 and I had just entered the cave when the investigator sent back the ritual.
Oh, the transmission is weakened. Miss Radio mutters all her strength, struggling to hold onto the fleet signal in the air.
I see.
Fleeting?
Thank you for the thorough explanation, Madam Lucy. I'll make sure to inform the members of the Heron.
What I was thinking of that I was trying to say is, okay. It was X. Literally, he makes stuff on the spot. Like, we can't hate on him too much. Is it really possible to remember all those numbers and technical details?
If possible. Could you kindly explain this to them again after we set up the communication device?
The lab has never been busier since the day it was built. The scattered files are neatly gathered, and more integers have come to help sort through the gears of documents. Miss Radio is placed next to IDM with a sense of reverence. The computer screen lights up. A familiar voice comes out of the speakers.
The next thing's the acoustic components.
It's
totally understandable if you don't have any on hand. Regulus, can you help me find some...
I'm sorry, I can't be the only one who ships Regulus at X. I know people are like, X in Medicine Pocket, or like, but like, the characters that have interacted the most is X and Regulus. From day one. And he was delivering stuff to her room when she was in the Foundation. I remember that. Yeah, no. They're my ship. They're so cute. Well, they're not cute. Again. Because someone said I was trying to force ships, which I don't think I am, but I just think headcanon, you know? It's for me and my happiness. Believe what you want. This is just my headcanon. Okay?
What are you saying, mate?
They're like
of
besties.
Course, this great disc jockey would have the acoustic components.
I'll have you know, I made friends with the dolphins as soon as I had the chance, hoping they'd retrieve some of the radio components from Apple II.
Girl.
And guess what? They actually found some!
She attaches the acoustic components onto the IDM, beaming with excitement.
Hello? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Like, they both give silly energy, and it's just a vibe. The screeching feedback forces everyone to cover their ear.
Perfect. You finally have a communicator equipped with a speaker. Before, there were too many ears for one tiny radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we've seen X. Jeez Louise. So glad he's made a cameo.
What now? Another attack?
Not quite. That's the sound of our colleague, Medicine Pocket. Hard at work.
Classic. You know how it is. Self-experimenting and all. Not an easy task. So are we gonna get Medicine Pocket too? Finally, a real communicator from Team Timekeeper. X gets up, skirts around Medicine Pocket's mess on the floor, and casually makes himself a cappuccino. Just used to it. What the heck? Everyone's just used to Medicine Pocket. Let me just say.
How goes it on your end, Martin? The storm is only 8 hours away. Has the immunity zone on the island stopped shrinking?
Can we have more X moments? I need to, like, read his anecdote.
I think so. No one in the Hall of Appearance affected by the storm syndrome so far. The immunity zone
I love
seems
watching
stable
different
for now.
characters interact in the Foundation specifically.
Manus Vindicte and the humans have left. There should be no further destruction on the island.
So the decay of the immunity zone is not linear. It seems to be influenced by the islanders' mindset toward the truth, and it eventually reaches a stopping point.
He puts down the cup and thinks about everything he's heard from the call.
Could it be that the ritual on this island, rooted in the power of faith and belief, serves to amplify only the radius of the storm immunity? Fascinating.
Can you explain that in I'm not smart terms?
That can wait, Researcher X.
Oh, Ulrich. Ulrich, impatient as ever, interrupts his musing with a more important concern. There are still pressing matters to discuss with the Timekeeper through the device.
There's one thing I'd like to confirm, Timekeeper. About the question Miss 37 asked in the cave. How can we escape the darkness of the phenomenal world and be freed from the emanation forever?
Watching him quote something from 37 is actually really funny.
To my understanding, that is almost the same as asking how we can be immune to the storm.
Uh-huh. And we got told numbers.
Yes. And 37 also said the transcendental truth was beyond the limits of her mortal flesh. Appearance answered her with an eerie sound. One that could drive anyone mad just by hearing it.
It almost drove her mad.
It was then that the Scroll 6 gave her unfurled and transcribed the sound into a string of numbers, providing us with the code.
Ah, so it's thanks to 6. All right.
Yes, that's the key to our problem.
What?
We both received a solution to the same question simultaneously. Immunity against the storm. This could be our Rosetta Stone, Timekeeper. We found our own Rosetta Stone!
Okay, not too much on the Rosetta Stone. We're not sponsored. His voice raises in excitement as he becomes fully immersed in his thoughts. This is our Duolingo. This is our Duolingo. Meanwhile, his listener's mind is starting to wander with a big question mark in the air.
Rosetta Stone.
Is that like Duolingo, but for old people?
Allow me to explain.
The director interjects with a well-timed explanation.
The Rosetta Stone is a stone tablet inscribed with a decree in 3 different languages: hieroglyphs, Demotic, and Ancient Greek.
The freak!
Hieroglyphs were the sacred writing for the divine, while Demotic script was known as the language of the people. Both scripts were ancient Egyptian, lost to time when the tablet was discovered. However, because scholars were still able to read Ancient Greek, and through comparing the 3 inscriptions that all said the same thing, they were finally able to understand the hieroglyphs. And now, we too have our own set of inscriptions to decode.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, guys, so if I yawn...
The first is similar to hieroglyphs, as the truth Miss 37 heard in the cave is completely unintelligible and can drive people insane just by listening to it. The second is like Demotic script, a ritual we obtain from Arcana that can place a curse upon those who read it aloud. It cannot be handled by ordinary people. Finally, the numerical code you shared with us is like the readable Ancient Greek, without any divine powers, but crucial in deciphering the other 2 inscriptions.
How intriguing!
Indeed. Indeed. Thurston's voice chimed in over the line, clearly excited by the analogy.
That is to say, if we work together and combine our research, we may unlock even deeper knowledge that only belongs to the divine?
Exactly. We're looking for the same answer to the same question, like how the same decree is inscribed onto the tablet in different forms. And just like the inscriptions on the tablet, we have 3 versions of the ritual.
Ulrich talking like a normal person is actually kind of refreshing. Well, for him. You know, because he's... yeah.
If we can delve into the essence of the ritual and master its inner workings, we may eventually transcribe it into a side-effect-free ritual that can be used by everyone.
Even humans. And then, what's his name? Get in here! Enigma!
Yes!
Yes. Absolutely, indeedly.
It should work. Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
Slay.
I'm glad you think so, Miss 37.
Okay, back off. Okay. The girl is on the other end of the phone is equally ecstatic. There's no question that they're in sync on this incredible idea. The furrow food happily swirls around in his fishbowl of pee. Regrettably, his boss is a practical thinker.
Your hypothesis is based on too many assumptions, Ulrich. It requires further refinement and confirmation.
That's ironic as frick. Wasn't someone saying that to a certain human earlier? Too much conjecture, assumptions, whatever. Yeah.
We now have valid incantations. We should continue in this direction.
Her words are like a bucket of ice water dumped over their heads. Dang. As always, the robot steers them to a more practical path.
You mentioned the word transcribe, just like the timekeeper did. It holds the answer to improving the ritual.
Yes, we need to transcribe.
You mean?
The scroll you mentioned that can bridge the gap between you and the Supreme Existence during communion. It is the scroll that transcribed the eerie sound and saved 37 from the lethal side effects. Does this mean it could potentially lessen the negative effects of the immunity incantation?
Everyone in the lab realizes it at once. Reducing the side effects is faster than trying to come up with a perfect side effects-free incantation from scratch. Dang it, 6 is in a coma. How inconvenient, right? Out of all the times for him to be in a coma, it's when we need him most. He'd be really helpful, that's all I'm saying. Now, the solution is right in front of them. The scroll that can solve Arcanum with Arcanum.
Wait, Madam Lucy. Let me take it from here.
Yes. Sure.
We would like to borrow this scroll for research. If you lend us the scroll, we will make significant advancements on the research, and we promise to provide every assistance you require in the future.
Oh my gosh. They said, job? The fur hood flinches into a shape of a droplet of sweat. It's too late to stop her. The atmosphere on the other end of the call changes dramatically. Uh-oh.
Lend you the scroll.
I knew they would say no. The custodian leaps up from her corner in disbelief.
Are you asking us to give the legacy of Epiron, our most cherished possession, to you? A scientific research organization that serves humans?
Okay, do we hate them? What is this man's mindset? What the frick? The lab falls silent, reflecting the seriousness of the request. Yes, we know, but like... For a school of thought that has always kept its knowledge hidden, this is a major threat to its core beliefs and sacred vows. But the silence is broken again by that cheery voice. The voice that always questioned and that always questions and doubts.
Why not?
Real. I mean, she got it.
We are seekers of truth, are we not?
Hey. 37 deserves to make the call. She got it. It's her answer. She could do whatever she wants with it. What, you're gonna tell her no? You go in there and get it. Sure, he'll tell you again. The same way she questioned the things with Sophia. Like, she's so open-minded. We love an open-minded queen.
Heed my words, 37. That scroll is a sacred relic passed down from the wise sages of Epiron, safeguarded by the Sixes, and entrusted only to believers who brave Epiron's test.
Okay.
It has the power of harmonization and reconciliation. You may keep it until you fully grasped the secrets shared with you by Epiron.
What if I told you that, you see what the storm did here? Don't you want to do something about that? Question mark. Like, I get it. I understand what they're saying, but at the same time, like, you saw the damage the storm did. This is going to save a lot of lives. 888.
But you will not share it with some organization affiliated with humans, and certainly do not allow them to study it.
What's so wrong with humans? I don't understand their beef. The inevitable disagreement is finally upon them. 888 grabs 37 by the arm and drags her out of the lab. What are you? You're not her mom. Can't tell her what to do.
Why?
We love that question.
Sharing the scroll is sharing wisdom and knowledge with others. Like what we have done through our doctrinal meetings and receiving visitors from the outside world. It is for the sake of spreading the light of truth. Is it not?
Yeah, don't tell her no. What the heck?
The human researchers. They have also discovered many brilliant theorems. Before the emanation cut us off, we had these types of communications with the outside world. It was fun. Unlike what came after.
Oof.
I'm sure by sharing this scroll, the code from Epiron will be deciphered. I must prove that the light of truth still glimmers.
So she stands her ground. She is right. With their faith shattered, people need something new to keep them going. And this time, her suggestion makes sense in a practical way, a quality often missing from her previous ideas. With the island no longer shielding them, the school must find another way to survive the emanation. In their moment of weakness, they need a powerful ally more than ever.
But how can you be sure the scroll will only be used for researching the ritual? How can you ensure that the humans won't exploit it to create weapons of destruction?
I like how humans are the one getting so much flack right now after all this was caused by Arcana. who, may I add, also hates humans. Why are we taking out the flag when it's literally whatever? Us weapons of destruction, please. Like, literally, your whole place is in ruins because of Arcana. There's no nuance. Like, it's her fault. The custodian looks up at the fractured dome. Yeah, the speckled daylight illuminates her cool complexion. This was Arcana. Arcana?
Before joining the School of Apiron, my people and I had wandered the world for ages. Our long lives made it difficult for us to truly fit in with the world.
Oh.
Daughter of Truth, I implore you to hear the words of this old soul.
Dang. You're like Furin, for real.
Humans have indeed achieved incredible feats, and their enlightenment has even touched my soul.
So what's the problem?
But unfortunately, most humans do not have an inherent respect for knowledge or its boundaries.
Freaking real.
They only chase after power blindly.
Actually, I can't even fault her. She is not wrong. She is so absolutely correct.
I have experienced it firsthand. I tried to guide and persuade them, but ultimately I failed.
She legit just
That
said,
is why I am here now.
Not all humans.
What you are deciding to share is not only knowledge, but it is a ritual, a piece of power.
That could save the world.
A ritual designed for harmonization, created for the devout believers, and created for the sages seeking the truth. Yet, on the other hand, it can also be used for unspeakable horrors, such as silencers on guns, suppressors on rifles, or even on nuclear bombs.
Someone really needs to tell me what is so special about this dang thing that Sixa gave us. Because, dang.
It won't.
Yeah, Vertin promises.
888. I won't let this happen. I promise.
She promises for us. We promise. Me and Vertin.
You can't promise anything, Miss Vertin. You're too young.
So is 37. Okay.
Too inexperienced to comprehend the dark nature of history.
Please. Let me tell you, most of freaking Vertin's life is the dark ages of history. A valid and powerful observation. She's not wrong, but I'm just saying. Just saying. But she is too young to really do anything about anything. But, you know, if it was her versus, like, Constantine, let's be real. Who has more power? The hall itself, ravaged by war, now stands as a testament to the Banshee's claim. But this is Arcana's doing. Even 37 is speechless. But it was Arcana's fault.
But it's the truth we're talking about. What could possibly outweigh the truth?
Okay. An unexpected voice speaks up. To everyone's surprise, the Rhetorician does not raise any objections this time.
If all it takes is lending someone a scroll to unlock unspeakable secrets, why not do it?
Yeah, they can help us, literally.
Haven't the failures of the past 4 years proven that a stagnant mindset does not bring forth the light of truth?
I'm not gonna lie. 210 eats. Why is he the one talking reason a lot of the time? That's insane. He's supposed to be the silly guy. Anyway. Also, they didn't give my man Getian nipples. But again, 210 has them. Charmaine didn't get them. Getian didn't get them. But 210 has them.
As individuals devoted to critical thinking, should the pursuit of truth not be our primary goal in life? My brothers and sisters, do not let hatred stop you. And don't let the dust of the phenomenal world blind you.
Nice. That's actually so real.
210.
210 is eating and leaving no crumbs. He waves his hand and gets up from his seat.
And remember, it was 37 who passed the test and earned the scroll. It is her rightful responsibility to handle this situation.
Thank you. I'm so glad you reminded everyone that she's the one who got the scroll. Like, she could do what she wants with it. It's hers. Like, but it's ours. No. Well, yes, but also no. She put in the work. Low key, Verton went with her along the way. So it's like, if anything, they should both have a say. Y'all weren't even there. Y'all were grilling Six. He looks elsewhere, his demeanor suggesting a lack of interest rather than genuine support for the argument.
Otherwise, what other choice do we have?
Real. He shrugs and walks out of the... He's not just gonna eat the house down, literally, because look at the house, and then freaking walk off. What the frick? Behind him, the star of her maze clenches her fist with resolve. To the murmuring, doubting crowd, she speaks again, loud and clear.
I have made up my mind.
All right.
I will share the scroll with Laplace. We will decipher the code together. The truth is the truth. It should not be swayed by anything else.
I'm sure they're making so much sense when they say that.
Please, everyone, cast your pebble if you agree with me. If Six were here, he too would have called for a vote.
Little sister vibes, okay. Some of them decide to leave the hall instead, but most stay to use pebbles in their hands to speak for them. Why would you leave? This is real. Y'all, it's voting season. Y'all go and vote. Don't leave the hall. Go vote. It's important. Well, if you live in the US, it's election time. I think early ballots are out. Go cast your vote. Use that American, right? American. Not everyone can vote, but if you can, you're one of the special ones, so do it. Why not? Her victory arrives with a gentle sigh from the corner. Hey, I get it. You're like a grandma, so you have a grandma boomer ideals. But, like, we need to, like, go past this. We need to go forward. War and smoke have long left this place. An area has been cleared for takeoff.
Miss Lilia, are you certain about this?
Absolutely. See the nice weather today? Much better than the day we landed.
Are we all okay? Ain't no way.
No wind, no cloud, the clear sky, and that giant moon.
Are we riding on the back of Lilia's rocket? Sitting tight on her rocket thing, she gives a quick pat to the scroll secured on her belt. This is the essence of Aperon's goodwill in their newfound alliance with Laplace.
Can't find a better day to deliver the package. It's just to the headquarters, not even going outside of Europe. 3 hours is more than enough.
Oh, the headquarters is in Europe? Interesting. I thought it was just like its own place.
I'm done being stuck on this suffocating island. Nobody can stop me from taking this flight.
She will bite you. Let her go, guys.
The headquarters are at least 768 nautical miles away, and you have no protection during the long flight. It's dangerous.
She says it's. I'm willing to take the risk.
And we have only 7 hours until the storm.
She is willing to take the risk.
Dangerous? Maybe. But this is an exhilarating flight in the storm, Saneto. What better chance than now to push Xeno into updating their flying manual?
She takes a few long gulps from her canteen and warms up her broomstick, brimming with anticipation as if it were going to a carnival.
Besides, what's wrong with a bit of oil painting on me? Should be a nice badge of honor.
Oh. Well, yeah, go safely.
Mate, that's quite a distance. Just be sure not to go toppling into the Mediterranean Sea.
That's Regulus's form of saying she's worried about you.
Red 38 is no way an Apple II.
Red 38. Yes. She soars higher and higher until Regulus sinks into a tiny red dot on the beach. Dang. From the corner of her eye, she notices shadow slowly creeping toward her.
Uh-oh. Manus Alitius? We didn't kill them all off?
Oh, brother.
I don't have time for you, little stingray rats.
The thing trail closes behind her.
Still got your speed,
I ain't gonna try and say that.
I guess the death of your boss didn't faze you much. Oh.
Uh-oh. A swollen blimp comes into view, filled with dark substance throbbing like a beating heart. What now? The creature's soft tentacles, like turrets, slowly rise and lock onto Lilia.
Manus aircraft? Worth a fight.
Okay. Not phased.
Bring it on! Your downfall will be an explosive orchestra over the waters.
Bring it on, she says. To safely cast the mini ritual, 2 conditions must be met. Have the power to wield it.
Yes, Miss Tider has derived the formula and my team has finished designing the prototype converter.
Look who's hard at work.
Now, we just need the bigwigs upstairs to approve the experiment application.
What are they gonna do, not approve it?
This is an unprecedented chance to rob the storm of its energy. I wouldn't miss this for anything.
I'm here, that's why I'm here. Minimize the side effects.
The Scroll of Aperon has shown great potential in protecting casters from the ritual. It is expected to outperform the Coleman protection rituals. The sheer variety of side effects is concerning, but we already have a list of 122 curses and their effects. Once the scroll arrives, we will test and record its reactions to each of the effects. This should speed up our analysis considerably.
But this isn't enough. Why? Oh.
How can we get humans to make use of this ritual?
He stands up and paces around the cluttered room.
Ideally, the incantation is made into a tool like the Manus Mask or Laplace's incantation soft disk. However, this would require a thorough analysis and mastery of the ritual. Manus Vindicte could create the mask because Arcana is just that excellent of a caster. But we don't have that kind of excellence all the time. That's why I came up with a clever alternative, to let everyone be a caster instead. The problem is, humans can't cast it all to begin with.
Logic is failing to produce the desired breakthroughs. Enigma sits back down at the table, holding his head in despair. He is given a stressful task.
Is there nothing else we can do?
Where's Kakanya? Where the freak?
So, this is the plan of the imaginary numbers. You want to use the waves of Numa and the reconciliation of the scroll to allow everyone to recite the storm immunity ritual?
Day 7 ponders with great interest, as if it were just another game. The collaboration with Laplace is going well. They have just shared all their information on the subject.
Yes. What do you think, 37?
An ugly plan it is. There is no grace or beauty in this approach. It is purely driven by practicality and uses clever tactics to make things fit.
Thanks.
How typical of imaginary numbers.
Okay. I'll let her have it.
It sounds pretty cool to me.
Regulus, you just set yourself up.
Taking advantage of the storm? It's about time we plundered it instead.
Regulus just set herself up.
It really looks like we should throw this plan into the sea.
37 insists suddenly shifting her seat away from Regulus. Like
You're not trying to comprehend the ritual, Vertin,
like
but scrambling to make use of it before the emanation arrives.
Isn't making use of it enough for our purposes?
No, the theory is incomplete. You will be hindered by impossible obstacles in no time.
Oh.
Mister, could you show me the incantation? I want to see it too.
She glances at the device, hoping for an answer, but on the other end of the call has been silent for a while.
Laplace is looking for a safe method to deliver the incantation. Given the incidents before, some time is required for the application procedure. Once received, please do not read it out by any means. The side effects are extremely deadly.
Dang. The chief assistant explains to her reassuringly. So is Vertin, aka me, the chief? And then Sonia tells the assistant. Finally, someone speaks again.
Apologies. We took some time to test the delivery methods.
Okay.
For your safety, only the text of the incantation will be delivered. The exact pronunciation will be sent to the timekeeper later.
Can't you just, like... What happened to just typing out the pronunciation? And then just, like, don't say it.
Thanks, mate.
Since the island has no visual communication, we will send the incantation letter by letter through a Chladni plate, a technique that converts simple patterns to sound waves.
Oh.
Enough with the mumbo-jumbo. There's no time for details.
Ulrich gives me, like, he's at least 50. Annoyed, he interrupts his rambling and gets straight to the point. He's old.
Anyway, timekeeper, we'll need the help of that lady. Miss Radio, right?
I can sense that boomer energy from a mile away.
Huh?
Flattered, the blue flower on Miss Radio's perks up. No ordinary signal could have reached this island. Since their arrival, she's been diligently managing their communications. As a result, she was somewhat reduced to just being a radio. To being just a radio.
Yes. Somebody please find her a metal square plate, fix it on a sturdy base, and pour sand on it.
So, she's still a communication device. She's not even treated like a person. So Neto and Regulus get to work immediately. Nice. Fortunately, there is no shortage of metals and sand on the island, making a makeshift receiving station is quickly built. Dang. Sorry.
Now, a special recording will be sent to you. Please stay by the edge of the plate, embrace the sound, and, groove along.
I assume you mean vibrate?
No, that's just rude. But, yes, exactly.
Dude, you can say it. You're also an awakened. Like, you can say it. You could say just vibrate. He stares. He's like, that sounds inappropriate. Let's just go with groove along.
If all goes well, the vibrations will move the sand and visualize the text in a pattern.
This is so crazy.
We have 12 recordings ready, each representing a letter in the incantation. We'll play the first one when you're ready.
Oh, of course, my pleasure.
Bro, we got freaking, 9 hours? If you don't freaking play the recording... She trembles with excitement, ready to give her all for this important task. This is temporary. As she grooves with the signal, a pattern begins to form on the plate.
First one's done, Mr. Ulrich.
All right, 11 to go.
Oh, brother. Well, that was quick, though. The transmission continues as planned, each letter falling into place like pieces of a puzzle, until finally the last letter is recorded onto the page. Oh.
Do we know? This incantation.
What? The sign is hard to believe. How can this be?
What? Are you reading it in your head?
No. It's called memory.
Oh, don't tell me even thinking about it can trigger the curse.
I think she remembers something.
No.
She recognizes it.
It's just I can read this language.
Sorry, I clicked that out of excitement. What? I ain't saying that. Frick no. The language is not unfamiliar. The incantation for unlocking the suitcase is inscribed in the same tongue. The questions are, who taught this and when? Was it on the eve of the new millennium? When everything was blank? Was a blank? Was it... Mother? A myriad of thoughts flood the mind.
37. I think I know what it says.
Oh.
It means the first circle.
Oh. This is good. I'm excited. I was like, the lore? The lore. The lore. Okay. The researcher on the receiving end quickly grasped the message.
The first circle. That's what the incantation says?
He suddenly remembers a detail that has eluded him all along.
That's it. The investigator in Vienna reported a similar thing. An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation. Akane even drew a circle in the air while saying it. She did it so nonchalantly, as if it were a meaningless gesture. We didn't think much of it at the time. Once we confirmed that it did not affect the casting of the incantation, we forgot about it and moved on. I can't believe I overlooked it.
Ooh. Don't abuse yourself. What the frick? The hot-tempered cryptographer slams the table and buries his face in his hands, clearly exasperated. It's okay.
This is not your fault, Ulrich.
My bad.
The gesture was overlooked because it did not really help the research. Our focus was on practical application rather than understanding the incantation itself. If the incantation means the first circle,
then the Pragyemnid's voice is still serene.
How will this be helpful to the research?
That's a good question. Ask Akanya. Maybe she knows a little something. She was friends with all those hooligans.
I see. I understand now.
Never mind. 37, she understands now. She understands what it means to us. A moment of epiphany. She snatches a handful of paper, sprawls on the floor, and scribbles frantically.
Well, Vertin, I don't know why you can read it, but I do know that Gal is thrilled by your interpretation. Because you mentioned her favorite shape, the circle.
The sass is unnecessary. That was so sassy. First she calls it interpretation, and then she says now she's excited because you mentioned her favorite shape, the circle. The irrational number is spot on. 37 has drifted into a world of her own.
Yes. The essence of the incantation is a circle. But what kind of circle is it? In topology, any closed curve on a plane can be classified as a circle.
Oh.
Told you.
Her favorite shape. Regula spreads her hands, speechless. She takes a step back, giving 37 more room to calculate. Everyone is talking quietly so as to not disturb her. Even Miss Radio has lowered her volume. Just as her sheets are about to engulf the entire floor, she finally stands up.
Look, Vertin, let's go back to the Rosetta Stone hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, if the incantation and the numerical code share a common essence, which is the key to the storm immunity, and we now know the incantation refers to a circle,
then the essence of this numerical code should also be a circle, right?
She 37 nods.
Yes.
They say she nods.
Before this conversation, I had no idea which direction to take. The numerical code could be a snippet of an incantation, or it could be a geometrical ritual array. I had a lot of theories to go on, but testing them could take weeks or even months. Worse yet, if my line of thinking was completely wrong, we could waste decades of time and effort. But the Rosetta Stone hypothesis is easy to verify.
Oh.
Let us suppose that the incantation and numerical code share a similar essence.
Dang, 37 is schooling all of us.
We know that the incantation does work, as proven by the Awakened. If the incantation is a circle, then the numerical code should also be circular in nature.
She just made a
and
circle.
has the same effect as the incantation, which is a circle that saves people from the emanation and can also be experimented with by the Awakened.
Oh.
If the experiment works, then the hypothesis is true, and vice versa. I see what you mean here. It really is an easily provable hypothesis.
To my ears, you're just trying to prove that the code means a circle. Because you're really into circles.
Whatever helps you get it.
Not specifically. I simply like it because it's a great shape.
But I don't understand.
Oh, it's okay, Soneto. She picks up the numerical code and studies it carefully.
+1, -1, +2, -3, 3, -3, +2, -1, +1. How do these numbers relate to the circle?
Have you taken geometry, Soneto? Kidding.
The first circle.
Guys, I had an A in geometry the whole semester. Let me just say, I was pretty good at shapes. Just saying. Pretty fantastic, actually. Enigma narrows his brows, spinning the pen between his fingers. His drafts are scattered across the desk, each of them a dead end.
Yes, it was the timekeeper who translated the incantation.
'Cause she's amazing?
And according to the investigator in Vienna, Arcana also drew a circle when she cast the ritual. But experiments have shown that the gesture has no effect on the ritual. We thought maybe it was a symbolic gesture.
No. It is no way just symbolic.
He jumps to his feet. The cryptographer sneezes a cloud of dust he just stirred up. Bro, he has to have like asthma or what is it? He has to have a something.
Arcanists excel at condensing their experiences into symbolic representations. Signs, totems, elements, these are primitive symbols, and some are sources of power for Arcanum. At least that's what the Foundation's textbooks tell me. That's why arcane skills can only be enhanced by mediums that align with their symbolic nature. Precise materials are required when creating soft discs for each incantation.
Okay. He stops spinning his pen. Eureka?
If the incantation symbolizes the first circle, and if we were to create a physical form that could be mass-produced for everyone, will that form have to be a circle too?
What do you mean? In the cave, discussions and theories about the circle are in full swing. Every inch of the floor is now covered with paper. On each sheet is a different drawn circle. Some are spheres, some have crossings, and some in distorted forms. Just as the sea of papers are about to drown everyone in the room, she finally stands up.
Oh, I should have thought of this.
37 is the lead of this freaking mission.
The simplest things often hold the deepest meaning, as always. So, the first circle, what could it be? A wheel, a piece of rope, a pendulum.
37 shakes her head and kicks away some paper balls at her feet.
I spent too long on the wheel and the bearing, not realizing there was something more promising. A circle can also be seen as a knot with no crossings. An unknot.
She's having the time of her life.
This could be a variation of a closed curve. A knot. Knots were how the ancients of the Incas and Chinese collected data and kept records. But which knot is it exactly?
37 extends her hand. Intricate geometric shapes take form in a radiance of her arcane light.
The Jones polynomial of the trefoil knot is t plus t cubed minus t to the power of 4.
This is her element.
The figure 8 knot is t to the power of -2 minus t to the power of -1 plus 1 minus t plus t squared.
Get it.
While the cinquefoil knot, t squared plus t to the power of 4 minus t to the power of 5 plus t to the power of 6 minus t to the power of 7.
Do these shapes exist?
I could go on all day. There are 165 different knots with 10 crossings. 9,988 knots with 13 crossings. But which knot is the code referring to? +1, -1, +2, -3.
She's cooking, guys.
+3, -3, +2, -1, +1.
She stops.
Of course. Of course I would hear these digits instead of anything else. The scroll transcribes the truth into a format I can understand. So it must be based on a mathematical system I already know. I have all the knowledge needed to break the code. Just need to follow my instincts and pick a system.
Yes.
And the Jones polynomial is the first thing I could think of.
She's in her element, and I love to see it. Struck by an idea, she drops to her knees and starts calculating again on the floor.
Right. The second 3 I heard sounded different from the other 3s.
Dream.
That 3 must be the constant term of the polynomial. Then if we use this 3 as the origin, like a number axis, the left side is the coefficient for the negative exponents, and the right side is the coefficients for the positive exponents. Eureka! This string of coefficients is the shorthand of a Jones polynomial. If we assign the 8 coefficients to the 8 corresponding exponents in a Jones polynomial, we get its true form. T to the power of -4 minus t to the power of -3 plus 2t to the power of -2 minus 3 times t to the power of -1 plus 3 minus 3t plus 2t squared minus t cubed plus t to the power of 4. A knot with 8 crossings!
Fabulous. She looks up. Her bright aquamarine eyes shine with delight. A golden knot projects from her fingertips. What is that? A pretzel?
See, Vertin, Apiron did give us the answer.
Okay.
The key we've been looking for, the most profound secret, the language of the divine.
I'm so happy for you.
No sound or text is needed, just pure structure, the very form of the essence itself. It is a beautiful shape, a simple knot.
Oh.
A knot. Great. Now there is only one step left. The verification.
That was quick. She nods and looks up at the communicator.
Did you hear that, Madame Lucy? Can you help us verify the authenticity of this knot?
After an unsettling silence, Miss Radio finally remembers that she has turned down the volume. When she turns it back on, Lucy's voice comes through clearly over the channel.
Of course. I have paid close attention to the discussion. This polynomial produces a single unique knot. We can now tie a knot to test it.
Okay. The call goes silent again. The cave is silent too, as if any noise would alter the outcome. Even Regulus has turned off her personal speakers. In the quiet hush, Miss Radio cranks up her volume once more, but all they hear is a sharp hiss of static and a soft, strange rustling. 20 minutes have passed.
Madam Lucy?
20 minutes? We're just sitting here for 20 minutes? The only sound is a consistent static accompanied by a faint, scratchy reverberation.
The signal dropping. Madam Lucy, can you hear us?
She made it out of string?
I can.
The robot utters with effort. The knot slips from her grip and falls. It has completed its mission. Then the robot starts to fall apart, and before the curse could get to her core, the fire thief flashes a smile. She needs to ensure the next message is clear on the radio.
It worked.
Wait, what? It worked? Then why is she still... Yippee! Hooray! I don't know how to feel. Did Teeter give this example? John? Laplace knot? Uncool. 1914 knot? Wrong time. The knot? It has such a nice ring to it. I mean, if they want to do the circle, we can do the knot. Mirror and curtains. Is that what that said? Don't remember. Read that so fast. Ooh, time's a ticking.
I never thought it would be the Timekeeper and the Aperon Arcanus who'd solve the problem. But now even humans can cast this ritual.
That's amazing. Laplace is now in a rare state of tranquility. The researchers have done all they can. There's nothing left for them to do. Whew. With only 4 hours to go, this is the final calm before the storm, literally.
Indeed.
And figuratively.
The knot is the physical form of the ritual we were looking for. Surprisingly, the numerical code yielded practical results. I thought it was necessary to report this to the Timekeeper's organization. It was her contribution.
Real, 37. Freaking saved the day.
But it did not go well.
Huh? Wait, oh.
Forgive the interruption. What's a knot?
I will be glad to answer your question. Knot theory is a branch of algebraic topology. In mathematics, a knot refers to a connected closed curve in three-dimensional Euclidean space that does not intersect itself.
It's like an actual
They
thing.
can also be described as shapes in three-dimensional space that are homeomorphic to circles. Knot theory focuses on the entanglement and configurations of closed curves in three-dimensional space, rather than the curves themselves. Since all closed curves are homeomorphic to circles, they can all be topologically categorized as circles.
Interesting.
A knot equivalent to a two-dimensional circle is called an unknot, and...
I don't mean to question Laplace's expertise, but this approach may not be the best solution for widespread implementation. The concepts are complex even for us, let alone others. We can't expect to give an advanced math lesson to every individual under these circumstances.
Do you have to know what it is?
Doing math before the storm. Nobody's got time for that.
Well, if this math saves life, you better find time. Frig. 4 hours.
As it turned out, presenting a technical report was much too premature. We should have a complete and official report once the immunity gear is produced.
How long will that take?
Maybe you can change your approach the next time you report to the Foundation.
The robot shakes her head, disappointed by the failure of her report and the listener's math level.
I simply gave them honest answers.
They need to add that to the Foundation curriculum. She turns her head and looks thoughtfully out the window. Hey, now she can look out the window.
But this solution is deserving of widespread implementation. All we need is a piece of rope and tie it end to end. And spend 3 to 5 minutes to make this knot. This can be done anywhere, at any time, by anyone using any type of cordage.
That's insane.
The oldest, fastest, and most basic ritual, the key to braving the storm, is a knot.
I need someone to tell me what the meaning behind this is.
Why didn't you tell the House of Intercratus? I'm sure they would have funded us generously.
I will make sure to put it in my interdepartmental report.
I'm just gonna say it. I ain't no eagle, okay? The last thing I'd know how to do is tie a knot correctly. I would tie it and then I'd tie it incorrectly and then the storm would come and then I'd reverse. That would be the course of events. A rare hint of frustration flickers across her face, but she quickly moves to a subject that deserves her attention.
But at this point in time,
Automated
the knot
AI
only
brain.
functions like an incantation.
It's almost like ADHD.
It is not suitable for widespread use until the research on the side effects and the converter are complete.
In any case, I've completed all the tasks you assigned me.
He's like, can I go back to my asthma-inducing room, please, and just stay there for the
My
next
last plea
millennium?
is, please never put Ulrich and I on the same team again.
Please put him and Ulrich on the same team again. I love Laplace. That has to be my favorite department other than timekeepers. This has to... Laplace is so... It's full of so many interesting characters. The researcher lets out a deep yawn, feeling as if it hasn't slept in ages. He hasn't. Not it. Maybe he can catch a quick nap before the final battle begins.
I'm surprised that you're not in the lab. Something bothering you?
She could be charging again.
Wait,
bro.
don't tell me you're charging here.
The robot turns to him in a brimming smile. He's like, get a room.
Excellent job, Researcher Adler. You have proven that you are keeping the locations of public outlets in Laplace in mind.
Okay.
Which is a positive sign for your resocialization.
Oh. I'm gonna leave. Me at this very moment. I think I'm gonna leave now.
But I am powering up to reach my optimal condition, preparing for what is to come. The Scroll of Apeiron, the final piece of the puzzle, the key to minimizing any negative effects caused by the incantation.
She's preparing by charging. This is her version of a nap. Oh, Lily is
wow.
still delivering it.
The designers on artificial somnambulism could use some of this inspiration.
Dang. Okay. Yeah.
Look at the clouds, painted with a syndrome of colors and interrupted by a glorious streak of rainbow. It's truly a masterpiece.
The red blur streaks forward, a lightning speed, but the thingies are still hot on pursuit. Their skin are becoming increasingly vibrant due to the storm syndrome.
Funny. They're flying towards the headquarters out of instinct. Maybe they can sense immunity zones. This little beast would make for a good study. But I'm not in the mood to take any prisoners.
This is their way of throwing us into battles. Oh, this image is back. Lilia speeds up, trying to lose pursuit. Wait, no, it's not back. The last one had Burton on it. But Lilia speeds up again, trying to lose the pursuers that are swarming behind her like a dark vortex. In front of her, under the clouds, the gray buildings of the Foundation are now clearly visible.
Fuel and ammunition are running out.
Her attitude is low enough. Her altitude. She can almost see the hallway outside the committee room.
Maybe I should storm the Vice President's office with them. But other people might get hurt there. Never mind.
She makes an abrupt turn, her mind racing with ideas.
Dive into the lake? But the splash might wet the scroll.
They need to make a landing area for her, like airports.
Wait, isn't that?
Sprouts from the forest. That looks like a signal to land. Is that Druvis?
Miss Lilia, this way.
Even Druvis is here. Okay.
Ha! Good timing.
her friend's presence has given her a clear sense of direction. Without a second thought, she charges into the new forest with a huge herd of hot pursuit. Just before crashing into the trees, Red 38 changes course and rockets upward into a perfectly straight line. But the creatures behind have no such finesse. She's like, I can whip this thing, bro. One by one, they slam into the mesh woven by the dense tangle of trees and vines.
Enemies intercepted.
Nice.
Ally landed successfully. Miss Travis, the Elitiaos are all ensnared in vines.
The druid closes her eyes, savoring the fresh air.
The winds of triumph sweep through the woods.
Time for her Nobel Peace Prize speech.
We will take it from here. Come, everyone. We shall vanquish our foes with the aid of the woods.
It's been so long since Druvis has been around. Like, dang. Thank you, Researcher Medicine Pocket.
The Special Operations Squad is ready to go. Dr. Kakanya, are you really going to stay here?
Really? In the storm? Okay, at least we're back with your girl. She shakes her head, her fingers tight on Marcus's communicator. For more than 10 hours, she has been waiting for Laplace to respond. Marcus. Not her crying. Marcus lowers her eyes, burying her face into her scarf to hide her tears. The doctor quickly notices it. Her voice softens and changes into a lighter tone.
Don't worry about me, young missy. This won't be goodbye forever.
I sure hope not.
Besides, I have already provided all the help I can, right?
Kakanya. She's such a well-designed character.
I made Isolde show us the ritual and kept her under control, and now you've figured out how the ritual works. To test its results, you will need a couple of volunteers.
But Marcus doesn't seem to find comfort in her words.
But you heard the report from Laplace. The possibility of surviving the ritual is nearly zero without the converter and the scroll and...
Oh.
Nearly, they said. But not surely.
Because Marcus, I'd be tired. The second I get to the Foundation, straight to bed, bro. The doctor interjects briskly.
Plus, where else can I go? I was born and raised in this city. This is where I came from. Where I lived and where I belong. This is my whole world.
I love this song.
I despised the maggots under its golden surface and fought for the justice and fairness in our society. But I also cherish every detail of this city, from the intricate carvings on the theater columns to the dirt trodden by dock workers. All of these things made me me. My family, my friends, my people, and my operas and culture are all here. I never once thought about leaving this place.
Aww.
I have never thought about destroying it either.
She looks up and sighs sentimentally.
Being washed away with it would be a just punishment for all my sins.
Oh. Yet her eyes free of darkness and despair. Her eyes are free. Marcus can clearly see her determination.
I wish I could be as brave as you are.
You are brave, Marcus.
See you, Miss Clara.
Miss Clara. She gently reaches out to her. Not far away, the Special Operations Squad is ready to go. The helicopter begins to whirl, the last errand of the day. Inside the cabin, Isolde sits between two razor operatives, her wrists bound and cuffed. At least Isolde's safe.
Hurry, ladies, before any of us turns into one of those exquisite paintings.
Not him.
Sorry, but the headquarters is too far for the teleportation disc from here. You'll have to bear with us smelly old grunts for a little longer.
It is time to part ways.
Goodbye, Miss Marcus. Sharing this era with you has been an honor.
Kakanya! Their warm hands clasp in a powerful handshake. With a wave to the teary-eyed girl, Kakanya turns around and heads towards the city of madness.
Is your birthday approaching, Doctor?
Isolde? She twirls sharply around at the entranced voice. Isolde reaches out into the air. Still in a dream she's unwilling to wake up from. There is a world there, the world is unchanged, and each day is filled with bliss. From a prison in the Foundation's facility, perhaps dreams will provide the solace she needs. Aww.
I made this for you.
Not the prison. I mean, yeah, but like, no. She holds out a brooch, a piece so exquisite that it too seems to be an intangible figment of a wistful dream. The gold setting nestles the sparkling gem in place, a gift undoubtedly made with a great affection.
Turquoise and topaz, just like you and your eyes.
That... Take me out to dinner first. That's what Kakani should say. Because what the heck? That is Riz.
Please accept my blessings, Doctor. May your life be filled with joy and contentment. And may your courage guide you through all that comes your way.
Does she know it's...
You are worthy of all the beauty and goodness this world has to offer. And I will hold you in my heart and in my prayers.
It's kind of sad, because I kind of wish someone said that to Isolde. Maybe things would have turned out differently. Today isn't Kakani's birthday, nor can she see her reflection in Isolde's lustrous eyes. The star of Vienna holds up the brooch, yearning at the emptiness before her. If one were to die today, what would she say to her longtime friend?
Süße Träume, Frau Dittersdorf.
Sweet dreams, Miss Dittersdorf. She takes the brooch and pins it to her jacket. The communicator at her waist crackles. A ray of hope shines through the static.
Madam Lucy, any progress on the research?
Yes. You just gotta get yourself a little string. Just kidding. I don't know. 2 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m., guys. I mean, there's really no rush to play this, but I'm almost done. Alright, 27. I think there's like 30. 2 a.m. You guys will never see this light again. Oh, think everything. 6. The blind woman nods, smiling. Jason scrambles up from the floor, her eyes sparkling with joy.
Fabulous! Now everything is perfect, like the number 10.
Very fabulous. Fabulous.
He will
indeed.
be happy to hear that I've cracked the code.
She skips across the room. The paper with the knot on it is still in her hand. She's like a child showing their parents what they drew. She's so cute.
I did it, Vertin!
Yes, you did, honey.
I have proven the light of truth still shines. With some time, communication, and a flash of inspiration, we can bring it down from the unattainable skies and let its radiance illuminate all.
Beautiful, honey.
And I've also proven that the truth is not out of reach or too distant to grasp.
Mm-hmm.
So, once Sophia knows about this, she'll come back to us, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. She opens her eyes wide, eager for affirmation she yearns to hear. Yeah. Frick, Vertin, can't you lie to her for now? Frick.
I'm sure she'll be happy with what you've accomplished, 37.
Is that not the most PR curated answer I've ever heard in my life from Vertin? She'll be happy to hear it. Now, she won't come... We don't know if she'll come back, but... that was perfect. Burton is good at what she does. Frick. That was so worded perfectly that I'm like, dang, PR trained Verton. 37 nods with satisfaction and quickly dives back into her work, further perfecting the solution. The leaps in progress and news of Six's return have filled the lab with smiles and lively conversations. Yet the most active members of the past are not here for celebration.
Did 210 and 888 go to get 6?
They're the ones that pressed him to be freaking for real. Let's get some of that good closure.
You don't seem that happy.
Shoo. You don't say. The leader stops, looking at the speaker coming down the steps.
The Star of Hermes deciphered the code of Apeiron. She found a way to cross the emanation.
These three, 210, 888, and 6 are like my Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. You know, like how shonen anime have like pairs of 3? Yeah.
We should all feel happy for her.
The leader does not answer, having mastered the art of silence over the years. Okay, you're doing this on purpose. The rhetorician doesn't care. He can effortlessly engage in dialogue and is at ease in any conversation, even with a rock.
Yet here you are, so indifferent.
He's a yapper, and he's a listener.
It is because you, too, know that what has happened will not change, regardless of whether she figures it out or not.
I keep smiling.
A meager ritual to save people from the emanation is nothing compared to the disruption of the law above. It also cannot change the fact that our faith is dead. We're talking about how the island has sunk, and we're now sailing in a tsunami. A tiny miracle, a spark of inspiration, won't save the ship from the wrath of the tides.
His tone is sarcastic, but the mockery is missing in his eyes.
To be honest, I was surprised that she asked such a practical question.
It's an art, skill.
I guess the trivialities of the phenomenal world did eventually affect her. It's a shame that many others lack her determined will to see beyond the void of our broken reality.
What's your point?
Can't you see? I'm getting a rise out of you.
I wish they put him in freaking insight level 2 fit. That fit is so drippy. He beams a huge grin.
Who would have thought that our great, perfect, honorable leader of the School of Apeiron has been a nihilist all along?
Guys.
You never revealed the truth, did you? That's why you kept us in the dark for 4 years.
Just kidding.
You never respected our beliefs for a second in your life.
They're hashing out beef. I should stop. The man down the steps shakes his head.
The people who seek the truth are more important than the truth itself. I may not understand that ever-shifting number, but I do understand and respect the people here.
He's continuing the conversation, a rarity to behold. Dang, so he's not a talker. Ever since becoming 6, he's rarely had a chance to unleash his sarcastic wit. Oh, sarcasm?
So you know the secret. What now? Now that you know the truth could lead to a nihilistic void, I wonder if you would abandon our doctrines, our wisdom, and our inheritance, and step into the darkness in a fit of rage. When truth fails, sophistry prevails. Correct?
Sophistry. Ha! Saw Sophia in that word? They just forgot the A.
We cannot deny that fate, the unspeakable, holds wisdom beyond our understanding. Perhaps it does take a resolute skeptic, an impartial nihilist, to steady this ship and remain detached enough to look on from the sidelines.
210 looks up at the distant, grape-colored sky.
It's a pity. This was supposed to be the best time of year to make wine.
Right? He leaves without looking back. The silent leader continues on a familiar path. The reverse has such a good balance. A short distance away, 37 slides gracefully down the stand and runs towards him. Runs towards him.
6! You're here! 888 said they're holding a celebration before the arrival of the emanation, in honor of the living and the dead. Will you join us, 6?
Wait, so are we just gonna be on this island when the storm comes? He doesn't seem much of a partier.
37. Do you remember the story of Socrates?
She's asking if you want to go to a party, 6. Not to freaking talk about philosophy, bro. She's asking you if you want to party. Okay?
The one you told me in the cave?
I would have been like, 6, I just asked you if you want to go to a party.
The trial is over. Why mention it? You should answer my question first.
Party? Her words trail off as her eyes suddenly widen in fear. She completely fixated on what's in the distance. She knows the feast is underway, and she recalculated the safe zone for them to hold it in. But now people are laying out food and wine on the ruined beach among the rubble and wreckage, right next to the remains of the battlefield.
Wait, are they holding the ceremony outside the immunity zone?
What?
I told them to go to the meadow near the top of the mountain where they will be completely safe. I've checked my calculations over and over, leaving no room for error.
I don't think that's the problem. What is...
888 must have made a mistake. I need to warn them.
Her tiny arms are held back. Blonde hair droops over 6's eyes. 37 looks back in confusion at the leader's unusual behavior.
37. Either be wise, uninvolved, and look on, or be practical, involved, and suffer. Which one will you end up choosing?
Huh? My first thought was they're doing it on purpose.
You mean all we need is a piece of hope?
All I need is a little string. I could find one of those. The voice on the phone sounds unsure. I'll just pull a thread out from my freaking coat.
Yes.
Take my belt.
In recognition of your extraordinary contributions, Laplace is honored to present you with the fruits of our labor. This knot is the result of our research.
Everyone's gonna get this knot.
The knot has been validated as a working ritual on both humans and arcanists. With the help of other arcanists, we found methods to avoid side effects and conducted small-scale experiments with success.
Slay. Innovation.
So are you saying we can...
However, since the experiment is still in its early stages, it involves a variety of materials and complicated rituals that are not yet possible for transmission.
Dang.
Nor can we deliver you any experimental equipment, as the storm is about to make landfall.
Kanya.
The knot acts as an equivalent to the incantation, but it does not guarantee that we will meet the casting requirements or avoid the likely side effects.
That's no use for anyone in need of rescue in the midst of a disaster. The robot pauses briefly, searching its database for kinder phrasing. I just realized it's 2 a.m. and I have not showered yet.
I apologize, Miss Kakanya. Perhaps the result of our work will not really help your situation.
My dad's not gonna be happy. Anyway, locking back in.
You said the knot works on both humans and arcanists, right?
Surprisingly, there is no despair in her voice.
Yes.
That is more than enough. This is the best news I've heard so far.
Oh.
There's a chance for everyone.
Oh. The robot did not understand her mumbling, but she found something in her database that might help.
I have 2 more pieces of good news.
She's AI.
First, the curse is not inevitable. Our experiments showed a 0.49% likelihood of no side effects occurring at all.
Oh.
Second, the closer the storm gets, the more pneuma fills the air, leading to a greater success rate of the ritual. Yet, even with these factors combined, the rate of success is still extremely low.
Oh.
It's all right. With millions of people trying, there's hope that at least one person will succeed against the odds. Thank you for sharing this with me, madam. I will do everything I can to spread this knot in Vienna. To the Arcanists, humans, Magyars, and Germans, they are all my people, regardless of their social status, profession, or race. They all deserve the right to survive.
Lucy ends the call and turns around. There stands a Foundation employee sent here to inquire about the experiment with a stern expression after overhearing the conversation.
Madame Lucy, I can only assume you acted impulsively and overlooked the proper application process.
Of telling her?
The knot is new and not ready for widespread testing. Distributing it in Vienna could lead to more casualties or even fall into the hands of our enemies. I must remind you that this is a clear violation of the regulations set by PAX Security Council, the St. Pavlov Foundation, and the Laplace...
Oh, brother. You really read all the rules? Is there just always someone watching who's ready to remind you you violated the rules?
Yes. How careless of me.
Yes, but I am AI, so whoops, it was an error in my code. Whoops, slipped. The robot nods. I'm malfunctioning.
But I did tell her I would share the results of the research.
Rebooting. I am back. Okay, sorry, I had a little bit of a glitch.
And this is what you call a promise. And the database says, a promise made is a promise kept.
It's like, a lot of people need to download whatever databases she's loading off of. The storm is imminent. The final moment has arrived.
My brothers and sisters, put down your cups for a moment and lend ear to me. We were born extraordinary, yet estranged from the world around us. Throughout the ages, we wandered the world like a ship lost at sea. Despite the instability and chaos, we persevered, and together we sought after the truth that would illuminate us all. Through introspection and contemplation, we cleansed ourselves of hatred, madness, and delusion, and embraced the value of beauty and harmony.
Yet now, our shattered faith mingles with the rubble of this phenomenal world, as specks in an unjust timeline, as remnants of a tide long receded. The dream of the transcendental world is broken, and the order of the transcendental law is no more.
Our sanctuary has crumbled, exposing us to live in a world filled with conflict and turmoil.
Are they gonna get reversed?
Where we will be trapped in the wheel of birth, doomed to repeat the mistakes of history for eternity.
No, thank you. Just reverse me at this point.
But do not despair, for there is another way to the truth.
And that is?
It is a path fueled by unbridled passion. One that was stifled by moderation and restraint. A path that transcends the individual, breaks all boundaries and limitations, and leads us back to the essence in a fiery blaze of glory.
This path is the emanation, which we stride into for the ultimate truth of our journey.
So they're gonna be reversed. Interesting. Everyone? Okay. It's go time. The boy eases his pace as he sees Kakani rushing his way.
Finally, someone I know!
Who hasn't lost it yet. She cradles a thick stack of pamphlets in her arms, a little out of breath.
Illich, gather everyone you can and have them read out these steps in the plaza for all to hear. If possible, go to the telegraph office or use a printing machine to copy flyers. Distribute as many copies as you can.
It's work.
I'll go to Leopoldstadt and find the Gracchus brothers. They know where to find abandoned military hot air balloons.
What are you talking about, Doctor? People are too busy trying to escape. I want nothing to do with those crazies. This? A guide for tying knots? Don't you know the world is about to end? So many warnings. Who'd want to read this?
The people who want to survive will read it.
Right.
I can't guarantee anything. It's a gamble for our lives. But people have a right to try before doomsday arrives.
Mm-hmm.
Illich, please trust me one more time. Please.
The boy recognizes the plea in her voice.
Fine, Dr. Clara. If this works, your coffee for the rest of your life is on me.
I hope so.
Why?
Dang, has she not been through enough? Why do the rest of y'all want to reverse? Clutching at her own hair, she lets out a heart-wrenching wail.
Why? Why are you still leaving? I found the truth. I completed the test. I deciphered the code of Apiron.
Like, it's one happy thing for her, and then, like, just crying for her. She struggles trying to break free from the arm holding her back, her eyes fixed on the beach before her.
Why aren't you stopping them, Six?
It's what they want. Like, they're in their right mind. Like, this is just how they... I don't know. A friend figure comes up to them. Now, I would stop them. But Six is built different. He has wisdom.
Hello.
Marta, there's no way you're gonna reverse.
Are you joining them, Miss Marta?
She smiles and shakes her head, turning her face toward the leader.
I find myself uncertain of which way to go. Would you kindly give me some guidance?
The guidance I can offer you is limited, Miss Marta. I think fate knows its own fate better than anyone.
Thank you for your advice. I think I understand.
You're gonna stay here with us, right? She steps into the path of no... It makes her character even crazier. You have to watch it? That was this scene? Was she the only one that was able to do it? That just messed up my brain. Like, Like, my head doesn't even feel right now. What the heck? It's 2 a.m.? Like, my brain chemistry currently is messed up. She's the only one? Like, I can't. They expect me to listen to her after that? Like, that was so depressing. At least Kakanya survived.
I don't understand.
But was no one else able to make the knot?
I should be giving them my blessings. They're brave enough to return to the essence. But instead, sadness washes over me.
The storm usually does that to you.
I should feel happy for Sophia, now that she knows her soul number. Yet, I am filled with sorrow.
Because she chose a path of destruction. The beach is quiet, clean, and perfect again. The storm has washed away everything that has happened. The war, the crowds, and the clinking cups all gone. It's restored to the likeness of a better time, with no remnants left behind. The last echoes of the era have faded into the distance.
Why? Why did you all leave? Is it because I wasn't fast enough? Is it because I didn't do well enough?
It's not your fault. Her petite frame sways in the breeze until finally she crumbles to the sand. Dang, take all of 37's suffering and give it to Constantine. First Sophia, now this. Not even to mention what was already happening on the island, bro. Rivulets of tears streamed down her cheeks, mixing with the mud on the ground. Her face, hair, and gilded robe are married with stains. But she shows no concern as she bawls her eyes out, her grief tearing at the core of her being, like the first cries of a newborn entering the phenomenal world. I mean, Vertin knows. Vertin has seen it many a times. Thus the leader knows the question is answered. Rather than looking on, she has chosen to be practical, involved, and suffer. And now the moment of parting has come.
Go, 37. Leave the island to the world outside.
I mean, it's literally Six is here by himself.
Ms. Vertin, you're clearing a path out of the mires of the phenomenal world.
Sorry, I was thinking about something. About Marta. No way she just reversed.
I sincerely hope you will steer it away from the horrors of war.
I'm sorry, but these blind women have to be Vertin's mom.
It's our duty to do so.
Six nods approvingly. The importance of the scroll needs no further proclamation.
Also, the person you were looking for, I am not familiar with a biographer named Erd. However, in my recollections from the previous Six, there was a lady with a soul number just as unique as yours.
Are you saying?
Sadly, these vague scraps of information were all that I inherited.
Of course.
I hope they will be useful to you.
He turns around without another look at the empty beach. He starts walking back. Some believers trail after him without hesitation. Oh, they didn't all reverse, but 210 and 888 did. Just so sad. And Marta. Seeing this, the girl wipes off her tears and scrambles to her feet.
No. Wait! Six, where are you going?
I literally want to throw up.
Everyone is gone. Sophia, 210, 888, and now you too?
I'm returning to the cave, 37.
He's like, I'm not I'm gonna die.
There are still people who refuse to be caught in the cycle of hatred or give in to unrestrained passion. The entrance to the sacred place may be destroyed, but the people's faith is yet to be extinguished. We will persist in studying the scrolls, copying the scriptures, and restoring our halls. We will worship the Ancient One in penance and work to rekindle the flame of our broken beliefs.
We're just gonna go back to, you know.
The island is a manifestation of our choices, a haven removed from the phenomenal world, a place of order and harmony. And it is our determination that will sustain its tranquil existence.
I will go with you.
No. Your choice has already been made, 37. You should not go back. The sorrows and doubts you have can only be alleviated by experiencing the outside world.
I'm devastated, to say the least. 37's face turns completely pale. 6 shakes his head, looking toward the setting sun. There's a lot of nice people at the Foundation.
Thousands of years ago, the first faithful ones fled from the Roman Empire and journeyed to this island, where they founded the School of Apeiron. 500 years ago, refugees from Arabia found shelter here. They filled the cavern's shelves with copies of their writings and texts. Half a century ago, scholars who had their research exploited for warfare came and expanded our knowledge on modern mathematics. There were many 37s and 6s among them. Yet, are we any different from them in essence? Even if we are no longer here, the numbers 37 and 6 will still exist. Even if the island sank, these numbers would reappear elsewhere. The integer sequence is infinite, 37. Rather than clinging to a set of specific numbers, you should go and work out your own calculations and conclusions.
So now you're choosing to be wise and look on. But I don't understand. How could one be wise by being uninvolved and looking on from the sidelines?
Cecil's out of sound, almost a chuckle.
You overestimate wisdom, Ms. Verton. It can't do everything. Wisdom can free people from ignorance, but it can also lead them to a nihilistic void. Yet, someone will always seek this wisdom, even if nihilistic, to briefly rise above their worldly troubles and find some relief. And someone will have to stay here and provide a neutral haven for the drifters of the phenomenal world, and give the lost souls a harbor to return to.
He turns again, ignoring the calling behind him this time.
Wait! 6! Wait!
She rubs her face with her palms, pulls up her robe, and runs down the beach. She stumbles over a pebble and falls as she pushes through the pain and rises to her feet, still running as fast as she can.
Wait, 6!
I'm telling you, Reverse 1999 needs an anime.
Atticus!
Just uses government? The man stops. Ain't no way you just use his government name. He had not expected to hear that name. Numbers are the essence of one's soul, and names are but echoes of the phenomenal world. He was born into this number long before he was given the name Atticus. 37 never once called him by that name, for she had always valued the essence above all else. Now here she stands, hair tangled with mud, knees bleeding and battered and bruised, yet her gaze remains resolute.
Will you leave a door open for me in your cave, like when we were kids? I know the transcendental law is in disorder, but that doesn't mean the truth is gone. I will carve a new path through the chaos, calculate better solutions than ever before, and delve into the phenomenal world to discover all it has to offer. By then, if I run into problems that I can't solve, can we talk about them together? Like we used to?
Aww. Three maxims were carved on the pillars of the Temple of Apollo. Know thyself, nothing in excess, and give a pledge, and trouble is at hand. What can he say? Alleviating doubts is a leader's duty.
Yes, a door will be left open for you, 37.
Oh.
Both you and your friends can come in.
Oh, big brother energy.
It's a promise. 6.
She brushes away her tears and waves to him. It's still a goodbye, but it's no longer as devastating. The last of the Perron fathers have left, leaving only the Timekeeper's team on the beach.
Zeno sent a ship to pick us up. Let's go, 37. The researchers of Laplace would love to meet you.
Yeah, the girl's shoulders are trembling.
Are you nervous? Afraid of the unknown world?
Oh, she's grown up so fast.
Maybe a little.
She's so much older now.
But I will get used to it.
Yes, you will, honey. She lets out a breath, clearing the tangled emotions from her mind. A familiar smile lightens up on her face.
Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
My goodness. My goodness. Am I silent? Or have I been silenced? Okay, who's that? Don't know. Let's just do it. The umbrella and the knot.
We are prisoners within these cavern walls. Our gaze is held captive by the shadow's thrall. Until our hands clasped and our chains rattled, we united to break free from our shackles.
Slay.
The sightless joined forces with the soundless, and the voiceless uplifted the helpless. Together, we assembled a sliver of truth.
Who's Vertin's
a piece of the world hidden since youth.
I realize I don't even know who this is. I need to watch the first live stream again to find these people. I'm slowly finding them. That was Mesmer, I was afraid of it.
Have you got something for me, Mesmer?
Oh, we're back. For like a couple months. Or a month. Mesmer Jr. looks worn and tired, but her demeanor is still somewhat friendly. I know she's tired. Dark circles are clearly visible under Mesmer Jr.'s eyes, just like every Laplace member encountered today.
Yes. They asked me to give this to you.
Oh.
The culmination of our research. The crystallization of man and all its wisdom. The protective gear against the storm.
An umbrella is so fly.
An umbrella. Something you personally don't really need.
That is so fetch. That's the one you could buy in the store. She takes a sarcastic jab as she opens the white satin umbrella. And that's the knot.
It's called the Equilibrium Umbrella. This is the first model, consisting of a converter, a harmonizer, and a ritual core.
If I had money, I would buy that umbrella, bro.
The converter generates a balancing field that can cast rituals in the storm, taking account of the wielder's capabilities.
That is so
The
cool.
harmonizer's markings are inspired by the scroll of a Peyron. Madame Lucy tested it against 162 known side effects and found it to be highly effective.
The original scroll has been returned to the island. This is only a simplified and duplicated rendition.
The 162 curses aren't all of them, right?
Correct. There may be other unknown side effects, so the umbrella is only a prototype in the testing phase. And the ritual core. At first it was called the 37 Lucy Knot in honor of the two main contributors. However, both of them turned it down.
Yes, I still remember what 37 said at the time. She would rather name it after the mathematical properties of the knot, even if it's too much of a mouthful.
Wait, so those numbers weren't Teeter, it was her? That was her idea? Ooh.
No. 37 is not a name, and the truth should not be dressed up with anyone's name. I only found it. I didn't invent it.
If she says the number, I
do need something named after me to prove my sense of existence.
Slut.
But I'm not on the island anymore. I can understand that the imaginary numbers need to honor the discovery. You may use another contributor's name for it. I'm willing to accept that.
Who?
Madame Lucy showed no interest in the naming rights, so it was transferred to the third major contributor, Adler Hoffman. Sadly, researcher Adler also rejected the offer. At first, we nearly ended up using the date of that day as the name.
Y'all forget Marcus and Kakanya? That they also helped? Hello? They got the first rendition of the thing. The frig?
But he changed his mind after confirming he could use his family name instead.
That's actually even better.
The Hoffman knot? You named it after Madame Hoffman?
Okay, the Hoffmans. There's two of them. Marcus. Madame Hoffman isn't the only Hoffman. Here.
Yes, researcher Adler Hoffman wanted to make sure that Greta Hoffman would never be forgotten for her selfless sacrifice.
That too.
Level 4 Investigator Marcus, please accept this umbrella. It is rightfully yours.
Hey, you get one. She receives an equilibrium umbrella. Its pearly sheen creates an illusion of pure whiteness in front of her. I wish they could... Guys, Reverse, if you're watching this, I want this umbrella. Thank you. Please? Please? Can you spare one equilibrium umbrella, please? I know you're watching this. Or at least like the beginning part. Can you please give me the umbrella?
Given the incredible contributions you have made, you're welcome to apply for a well-deserved and extended vacation.
Extended. They said not just a regular one. Extended. And maybe some free therapy.
No. I will request for permission to go out.
Marcus. You're too young to be stressing yourself.
My era has gone. But with this umbrella in hand, I will venture into the new world and marvel at what's to come.
Can you at least take a regular vacation? Jeez. Marcus looks up at the sky. Yes, I'm happy for her, but Marcus, actually go rest.
Will the sucker torte taste the same?
She's gonna try the cake again. With the umbrella in her arm, she bows to the Foundation staff member. She turns and walks toward the light. Wow.
And lastly, the asymmetrical nuclide R in the handle of the umbrella is supposed to protect against the storm syndrome, but this still needs to be confirmed through testing.
It's okay. This is the one thing we need the most.
If you have no further questions about its usage, I'm heading back to the rehab center.
Girl is overworked. You know what? I'd cut you some slack, Mesmer, this once.
The afflicted researchers there are in dire need of my magnet therapy.
Don't you think 1 is not enough for my needs? I think 5. No, 15 might be more helpful.
An unexpected question. Mesmer Jr. stops with a surprised look on her face.
My suitcase can't protect humans from the storm. They'll need the umbrella to survive.
Mm-hmm.
In the future missions, I may encounter lots of...
Mesmer and Jr. interrupts.
Just a reminder, Timekeeper. This is only a prototype.
Oh.
The application forms for the umbrella are available in the Foundation lobby. Feel free to apply for as many as you need.
I mean, they should just give Timekeeper a bunch because of her line of work, I would think. Like, the fact that you have to apply is crazy. I think for certain members, they should give them, like, one each. And then, like, members of the Foundation that go out and, like, do field work. And then, like, you apply for another one, I guess. But dang, at least give her a couple. Like, she's out on the field. She turns and leaves, not staying for another second. Like, they know what her job entails. And she has a whole team dedicated to bringing people back.
Thank you, Mesmer.
You know, like, why not make it a little easier for her? She has to apply for a lot. The amount of sunlight is just right. The umbrella pops open, rotating with a touch of grace. Against the white fabric, the golden knot gleams with brilliance.
37 was right.
An umbrella is insane, especially an umbrella with a light. I want one.
It is a beautiful shape indeed.
I want one. How do I get my hands on one? What if I beg them? What if I'm like, guys, please. The Foundation Square has been restored to its former glory. A recognizable figure stands there, having waited for a long time.
Hey, Vertin! Did you get it done?
Yes, it went smoothly. I was expecting something more complicated. So, to get the umbrella, you only need to fill out forms.
Huh? That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the brave and glorious sacrifice of my Apple II. Don't you think the Foundation should compensate me with a shiny new ship?
Oh.
Oh? What do you mean, oh?
She's like, let me get the umbrellas first, and then I'll freaking ask them for a ship.
Are you saying you totally forgot about it?
Everyone did. I'm sorry, I love Regulus. I have to be a little sassy back. Regulus closes in, offended, putting her hands on both her shoulders.
Easy, Regulus. Those people are likely buried in paperwork right now. Just be patient and wait.
Not Lilia having to be your mom, Regulus. She twirls a golden medal between her fingers.
Lilia, how was your commendation ceremony?
Nice.
They rewarded me for escorting the important item during the storm. How is delivering a scroll worthy of a reward? I'll say someone should be grateful I didn't crash into the committee building.
She tosses the medal to Regulus.
Take it. Might be useful for your alchemy.
Oh, let me see.
The girls. Regulus brings the medal to her mouth and takes a small bite.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's made of pure gold. On behalf of the pirate community, I thank you for your remarkable contribution to alchemy.
I have one too.
Oh. Juvis walks over and places another medal in Regulus's hands. Like Lilia, she was rewarded for helping to deliver the scroll.
Please forgive my lack of contribution, Timekeeper.
No. Don't worry about it, Juvis. She missed the island's trip because of the forest they planted in the Foundation Square. I mean, to be fair, she put in work for Vertin, Team Vertin, to begin with, so all excuses. You can have all the excuses you want. Fortunately, Square has been restored to its original condition. And she was cleaning up too. Like, yes. We love Juvis.
It seems the awakened woods have embraced tranquility once more. Perhaps a sign of good things to come.
I'm glad to see you back on your feet, Miss Truvis. In fact, there's a place I'd like to introduce you to. A flourishing island that survived both war and the storm. I think a talented druid like you would be of great help to them.
Sounds like a place to look forward to.
Bro, can she, like, she sounds like she could be like Siri or something. Do commercials. Start voice acting, Druvis. Their union is cut short by the pirates cheering.
Nice job, Druvis. It's not as big as Lilia's, but it is made of a rare kind of metal.
I mean, Lilia did literally fly through the storms. Well, the pre-storm.
This is a good start, Captain. This apple thinks we only need 300 more medals to afford a new ship.
You read my mind, Mr. Chief Mate. When will Zeno's ceremony be held?
Is she stealing?
This captain is not a fan of these ceremonies. So, could they just mail me my medal?
What medal? The rockin' pirate coughs awkwardly, her eyes darting away behind the cover of her shades.
Did I miss something?
Sotheby.
Are we holding a medal exchanging party?
I missed you.
Sotheby!
The team is all here. Regulus rejoices at the sight of the little lady, tears welling in her eyes. She stretches out her hand and Sotheby immediately gets the message.
But I don't have a medal. All I have is this big round golden...
Wait, the first thing you do is ask for something? A handful of weighty jewelry is placed in Regulus's hands.
Captain, I think we can buy a new ship with this.
Nepo baby bestie! Regulus wraps her in a glamorous bear hug, moved to tears. That was not glamorous, that said, stop using big words. Praise Sotheby, the most charitable woman in history. The revitalize of the pirate community, the prime sponsor of the indigenous alchemist, and the blank bolt on her legs.
Regulus!
And the bank bolt, sorry. Bank bolt. Sansa runs over, panting, waving a stack of stamped papers in her hands.
The timekeeper asked me to request a new ship for you, and we have the approval.
Why did Verton act like she forgot? Like it slipped her mind when it didn't. What a surprise.
The Foundation will rebuild Apple II and pay for its maintenance. Huh?
Funny you say that, Sonetto.
The trees sway in the breeze and the sunlight streams through the leaves. It is a fine weather to set sail again.
Now we have 2 new ships.
2. Backup ship. This is the way they end it is, well, this is cute. Okay, I'm not gonna say they always end it cute because they don't. Abigail Adler, Miss Lucy should be the first on the list, but alphabetical list. Wait, what? Special thanks, listed alphabetical order. All the contributors. It's only fair. Adler sure got lucky with his name on this one. Oh well, he deserves it real. What the frick? I'm off on vacation. I'll treat everyone later. Remember to come along. Oh wait. No, that's it. Okay, I'm assuming there's... Oh, wrong thing. There's one more? Uh-oh. Okay, this has to be the last one, because isn't that a special reward? Right? And now the curtain call. Is there 30 or 31? Don't remember. What's the point of telling me? Because I'm out of it. The youth are sailing for a new world, while the old are saying goodbye to the world they knew. Bye-bye, self-experiment chair.
15 plugs. This should be enough to cover all socket types at our destination.
Okay, foreshadow.
Simone,
not foreshadowing.
pass me the experiment log, please.
She brushes the dust off the desk and takes final inventory of the lab's equipment. She leaves the lights off, not needing them any longer. An urgent knock sounds from the door.
Come.
Before she finishes her protocol for human social customs, the door barges open.
Madame Lucy, is it true? Are you leaving La Place?
Huh?
Yes. The inquiry is over.
Wait, are you not the boss
This
here?
is the decision of all parties involved.
Did they fire her?
You have got to be kidding me!
Yeah! Enigma pounds the table, sending the dust up from the experiments into the air. She literally saved our lives.
After all the incredible contributions you've made, they're suspending you? This is absolutely ridiculous!
Wait.
Without you, there would be no umbrella, and everyone would have died from the side effects!
Is this because of the Vienna thing that she did?
But many did perish because of me. I had underestimated the danger of the ritual, and it ended up spreading uncontrollably.
What's up with Kakanya?
Did you not once have the same opinion, researcher Adler-Hoffman?
Don't lie. Don't lie. The robot gives him a friendly nod.
It is surprising to see you change your mind so quickly.
She's going into her pod. What do robots do on vacation?
But that is just what Laplace needs.
I mean,
the
suspension.
Spirit of rationality and self-evolution.
It's literally just a vacation for her. She'll be okay. The documents have been filed away. She'll be back. Simone walks up to Lucy and takes the heavy experimental apparatus from her hands. As the dust rises from their movements, Enigma lets out a cough. Is he not used to this?
I can imagine how they came to this decision. They must have considered the backgrounds of all the employees, including their social status and race.
She's not fired. She's just been suspended. Like, she can come back. Like, suspensions aren't forever.
After 8 years, we finally created an umbrella to withstand the storm. However, our methods for achieving such progress and breakthroughs were too much for some to handle. People needed an outlet for their frustrations, so someone had to be held responsible for the accidents and casualties.
You're also in charge, so I'm not surprised they chose you.
Numerous complaints have been filed against me, accusing me of being a cold, heartless opponent of humanity.
The end justifies the means, guys. Come on, we got the umbrella. The storm, the thing you guys have been researching since the beginning of time.
Within the Foundation, Zeno, and even here, some are starting to question the idea of having an awakened piston as a leader of Laplace.
I mean, she did her job, no?
They argued about my arcane abilities, unsure if I had them under control or if they were becoming unstable and affecting my ability to make rational decisions.
Huh? What? Why? Isn't it just like electricity? The robot realizes an overlooked detail.
I did give the nod to Miss Kakanya in violation of the confidentiality agreement.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it helped people survive, and that is all that matters.
How many? Because the last time I saw it was only Kakanya who lived. But Enigma does not pick up on the realization. He's already enraged, fist clenched in a ball.
So they're questioning your standing because you're an awakened? An arcanist? They're doubting the rationality of a machine that values technology and progress above all else?
I mean, I think there should be like a balance, but Lucy put in work.
Could anything be more absurd? Even I, a human, was on the verge of giving up. It was you who convinced me to save our species.
Exactly. Put it like that way, too.
My question is, why are you so upset?
She probably does not even care.
This does not affect you. In fact, you may be promoted. Laplace is setting up a new department, and you and Ulrich should have been invited to head it.
That's probably even more upsetting news. Why are you just giving him bad news?
Weil das verdammt ungerecht ist! Diese Leute kennen dich nicht. Sie haben nicht mit dir gearbeitet oder dir zugehört. Und doch ernten sie freudig die Früchte deiner Arbeit, während sie dir keinen Respekt erweisen.
Real.
Der einzige Grund, warum du suspendiert wirst, ist, weil du, ein Erwachter, nicht wirklich sterben kannst. Oder sie würden dir jetzt eine Ehrenmedaille auf deinem Grabstein verleihen.
Maybe you should take up that offer. At least you will get a promotion as a just reward.
Enigma opens his mouth, but no sound comes out. He wants to tell her she's wrong about him wanting the promotion, but he's too flustered and angry to speak. The robotic eye slit pulses, and she continues in her unemotional tone.
By the way, Ulrich ended up receiving a medal. But like you, he was not exactly thrilled either.
I feel like my posture is so bad.
He is outside the committee building, refusing to eat in protest. But everyone knows how resilient the awakened can be. It is going poorly.
She shakes and sighs deeply, for her subordinate's behavior.
I will suggest that one of you take this position. No one knows this research better than the two of you.
What the frig?
Not a chance.
It makes no sense to me that they're doing this, but okay. When has the Foundation
The research
ever
must
made sense?
progress, and you also need to ensure that the results will not be abused.
A valid concern.
Scheiße. You're right.
Only if Madame Hoffman was still here. Wonder... Enigma is caught in a fierce battle between his principles and his deity, but the robot doesn't notice these unimportant details. She nonchalantly walks up to the chair and runs a final battery check.
The punishment does not bother me, Researcher Hoffman. Power exists only in your dictionary, not mine.
Exactly. I was telling you, she don't care. She's a robot.
From the moment of my awakening, I have been unable to comprehend you creatures. And even now, that remains unchanged.
She's a literal robot. She states with no emotion added to embellish her delivery. Enigma's mouth falls open in shock. Meanwhile, the robot keeps on talking.
We operate in different ways, just like how our fuels differ. But the bright side is our paths align. Whether we are creatures or machines, humans or arcanists, most of us strive for a better life. It is this primal desire that drives progress. That is why I put on the mask of a human and work on improving my appearance and speech, all for the sake of better communication with you. Unfortunately, my efforts do not always pay off. Some say that the more human-like I appear, the more different I seem.
Dang. It is 3 a.m. She shakes her head with regret.
But I am who I am, and my motivation is not to gain recognition from others. Our aligned path leads us to progress, and that is all there is to it. Thanks to the invention of the umbrella, Laplace can now resume its research unhindered. And if there is someone better qualified to lead, I am more than willing to remain a humble cog in their machine. Besides, Miss C introduced me to a beautiful resort. The lake there is rich with arcane power, perfect for an awakened arcanist like me.
Slay.
Not only is it a resort, but also an independent team with a good amount of freedom.
Dang.
My only concern is if they have adequate power supply. Oh, rust might be a problem. Perhaps I should ask Researcher X about his titanium derust machine.
I swear, he just comes up, he thinks of a problem and then comes up with, like, create something for it. And doesn't have a patent on any of them. I'm kidding. The robot is happily thinking about her vacation plans. She has completed all preparations for departure.
Time to go, Simone.
Let's go, Simone. Time for
Madam
vacation.
Lucy, please take a look at this before you go.
A stack of reports is handed in front of her.
This is a report you compiled during the storm countdown, detailing 126 side effects and how the scroll alleviates them. I have some questions about the data for Type 34.
Oh. Lucy flips it open and dutifully looks through the list one last time.
Yes, I can see a few errors in here. Unfortunately, I have to complete all of the handover procedures today. Perhaps you can ask Mr. Ulrich about it later.
She says, I'm not staying an hour later. She hands it back to Enigma, but he does not reach for it. He looks at her, grief-stricken.
The side effects left a mark on you, didn't they?
Oh.
There are 162 side effects, not 126.
Oh.
There was also an obvious typo in the data for Type 34. We noticed it long ago and corrected it. Took only 5 seconds. You sacrificed so much for this report, yet you could not see such glaring mistakes.
Oh, yeah, she needs a vacation.
You called me Researcher Hoffman earlier, a name you haven't used since you took over Laplace 8 years ago. To avoid confusion with my sister, you and our colleagues started calling me Adler instead.
Moving closer, he asks grimly.
How much data did you lose to impair your research abilities like this? Is this why you have to leave Laplace now?
That's probably, and also, like, that's a contributing reason for sure.
The progress you've made has helped so many, but at what cost to your own well-being?
The robot does not answer, a rare occurrence. From her side, Simone gently takes the file for her.
We should go, Madam Lucy.
Dang.
Goodbye, Researcher Adler.
Lucy.
Thank you for correcting my mistake.
Is that it? She walks away with steel steps, not looking back.
Alright, fine!
He grips the door frame, ignoring the strange look from the hallway.
I'll take up that role and do what you've been nagging me to do. I'll take care of those pesky committees. But just so you know, I'm not doing this for the higher-ups who look down on us.
It's for you.
But for the people who look up to us from below.
Yeah! Lucy. The footsteps continue in rhythm. Her duty is done here. Then another voice calls out.
Madam Lucy!
Madam Lucy fanboys. The corridor are bustling with people. Researchers, clerks, directors, and security. Every Laplace employee is in the corridors from the bottom to the top floor. The same voice shouts.
All attention! Salute!
Papers litter the air. Goodbye, Madam Lucy. Toss files over the railings. The countless drafts, designs, and forms from the past 28 hours rain down. They were created for the storm and have completed their mission. Just as did the robot.
Simone, why are they throwing papers at me? Are they rejecting me and banishing me?
On the contrary, madam, they are showing their reverence.
I don't have paper. receipt.
Oh, I see.
The robot is without a face and a motion module today, so she turns away from the crowd. The sunlight dances on her metallic surface, enveloping her in a golden aura.
Let us go, Simone. I miss the Laplace chargers already.
Girl.
There is a 230-volt bath at the resort, right?
Gotta make sure your chargers are in check. The end. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. That was amazing. 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 I loved that so much, in fact, that now Madame Lucy's like, I can't even make a top 10 list because there's too many characters up there. But Madame Lucy is, like, I love her. I love Madame Lucy. I wish we saw what happened with Kakanya, but there is a short little special thing. This ending, amazing. Couldn't have asked for a better ending. I feel like I went through so much whiplash between being happy and then being like scared and then being sad. But since it's 3 a.m, I will probably say all my final thoughts on stream with you guys sometime this week. But for now, I'm going to shower and go to bed because I have to wake up at 8 o'clock. Yeah, 5 hours sleep. So I'm gonna head to bed. You guys let me know all your thoughts. Let me know everything. Also, Reverse needs to send me one of those umbrellas. So if I beg them hard enough, you think they'll do it? Yes, no, maybe so. We'll see. I'm gonna beg them. Like, please. I won't ask for anything else ever again, you know? I mean, I've made so much content this patch. They should reward me with the umbrella. I think that sounds about right, yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it tonight, guys. Sorry this took so long. This has probably been one of the busiest times for me, like, ever. So I've just been encapsulated in stuff. Honestly, it's kind of been a ride, but I loved it. We talk more in detail on stream, so I hope to see you guys there. Make sure to check me out on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, and check out the Discord down below. Leave a comment on how you guys felt about the patch. Let me know what you guys are excited to see in future patches. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Reverse 1999. Check out!